Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to our final best of 16 for the legendary tournament. Yeah, I had a little bit of a break. We kind of got a bit distracted. We did the whole group stage. It was absolutely fantastic. And then we suddenly realized we hadn't really played much of the actual knockout stage. So that's why there's been a bit of a delay. But yeah, and also, look at this cool flag animation. It's good that I've got this, because I need to keep the screen clear, because it's not like we can just go through the replays now, because obviously the replays will actually show you who won what, so we can't do that. But hello to everyone in the chat. We got Justin and Melkor, the Dark Lord, in there. We have a few other people in there. Do say hi. Just want to make sure the mic is working. Yep, we can put the audio on a bit. Let's turn you up a bit. Perfect. Now, just want to say that unfortunately we do not have all the replays. The reason for that is we did have a couple of dropouts, which is really unfortunate. But also some people did the replays, and then we had the DLC, and those replays became unusable. So yeah, we've actually only got really the best out of 10. There's going to be 10 players battling it out, and they're all going to be best out of 3s. Let's just load up the first one. It is very unfortunate, but especially where there was such a long period between doing the group stages and the knockouts. I think some people even forgot they were taking part in the tournament, it seems. Oh no, the Dark Lord's getting dentist. Well, that's like one Dark Lord to another, isn't it? That's Right, we'll go on to the first one. I want to make sure I do this right. So we're going to click on replay. We're then going to click on game capture. So you guys should be seeing it. So we've got Velkov versus Zakabation. Lizardmen versus Batonia. So the Lizardmen have gone for some Temple Guards, some Source Warriors, one with shields, some Skin Cohorts with Javelins, although the Cold Ones, and Ancient Stegadon with the Rapier Bow. And we just assume that the Peasants are on that side. Best head-to-head, Cadia versus Failbon. I don't think that's an option in Fantasy, in Warhammer Fantasy. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's not an option. So we got a Slang Mage Priest of Light, who has got Banishment, come on, Shield of the Old Ones, Awe of Cortez, the Blood Statue of Spite, Barnes Time Warp, the Net, Fast Protection, the Greater Arcane Conduct. But yeah, quite a small Elite Force. If you look at the back, yeah, there's definitely, 250 more in Batonia's favour. So we do have some Raw Hippogriff Knights, which are always looking good. We do have the King himself on his Griffin. And he's got Sword of Corone, the Lion Shield. So he's got 2 shields, apparently. Well, we've got Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, Lady's Champion, Blessing of the Lady, and Encourage. You have to forgive me. I was learning all these abilities, and then I've not done a Total War video in ages like this. So, but yeah, we got some Beast Layers of Bastogne. We got a load of Field Trips that have been severed up. We got the Knights of the Realm in the back. Good solid core of Men-at-Arm Peasants in the centre. We do have, I bet this is life. Money's on, it's going to be life. Damsel of Life. Oh! Power Stone, Life Bloom, Regrowth, and Earth Blood. That's it. I'm remembering. Alright then. Thanks for dropping in though, Melkor. Appreciate that. Right, we're going to get straight into the battle itself then. So it's good. I think this one was a bit slow to start, which gives me a chance to kind of warm up a bit. We do have the Lizardman moving up now. The Ancient Stegon on the edge. Yeah, I was right. Getting some good pot shots off on the Royal Hippogriff Knights. That's definitely a bit of momentum that they need to get rid of, a bit of mobility. We do have now the Skin Cohorts of Javelins, but they don't seem to be really doing any damage. Not really bothering. The King is sneaking up behind. And don't forget as well, the Batonians do have the 2, oh, it's just the War. I thought it was 2. They've got a Trebuchet there, ready to go. And they do have the Knights of the Realm going on the flanks. It looks like we may have our first charge here. Straight into the flank of the Skin Cohorts up in the band, but they're Temple Guard here. And look at this. Brilliant micro there. As soon, they get a couple of skinks and then they immediately run off again. Looks like we do have some peasants just charging in. Just some spearmen at arms charging in. Maybe just trying to get the slant. Oh, that was a nice hit. Immediately starts making them break. Cavalry getting into position over here. The cavalry on the back here. But I think I was going to say Tyranids then. Oh dear, that's what I've been doing Dawn of War. But the Lizardmen are just going to go for it straight in there. Damsel took a little bit of damage before breaking off, but now the main line's hitting. But the Royal Hippogriff Knights are probably going to get a good flank shot. They're going for the Ancient Stegodon. I do believe they do have the anti-large. No, they don't actually. They do armor piercing causes terror though, but the Temple Guard, as expected, have just smashed through this line. We do have some knights, but they've been caught on Sword Spears, which is probably the worst thing they could have, well, apart from the Temple Guard. Those spearmen can just hold them while the rest of the forces move on. We got good force of Sword Wars with the shields of the Temple Guard at the front, and they are just slowly but methodically chewing through them. We do have the Trebuchet getting some great hits here. The Knights of the Realm doing a great job getting those skin cut horse, but now we've got the Code 1 Spirit Riders getting into the flank as well. Got to try and down. The blast statue's been dropped on them as well. Let's just have a good overview. So we got some skirmers going on here with the cavalry, but not doing much. A load of peasants, men-at-arms coming in. Trebuchet, and they do have elite infantry hidden back here as well for when they need it, which is very good to have. But for some reason they've just stopped. It's like, don't charge, get into the Temple Guard. Apologies for that. Phone started to go off. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Don't want a phone call going off while I'm in the middle of a live stream. I thought I could take them out of the room. Where am I? Oh yes, on this flank the Lizardmen have absolutely stomped through. It looks like, are those, yep, I thought that was the king fleeing then. But the king's trying to get in. They staggered on taking a lot of damage, but the Lizardmen have absolutely stormed this side now. And now the battle line has turned to side on like this. But how's the band's power? Slightly Lizardmen's behavior, and they have really brought the numbers down in there. It's only 100 now. But you do have this massive group here that will be able to deal with these Knights of the Realm. Professional streamer. Quite adjusted. But we do have some men-at-arms that are holding that. Though the forces now, I don't understand why the peasants haven't charged in to try and break the Temple Guard. If they could surround the Temple Guard, they're not unbreakable, are they? So they could probably get in there and do a lot of damage. Over here, we've got all the flyers going in for the Slam Priest, trying to get rid of him. Slay him out, where the rest of the Lizardmen are moving in. There goes the Shield of the Gods now, or Shield of the Old Ones, whatever it's called. Yep, Shield of the Old Ones. That Ancient Stegodon's having a great time. Where's the damsel in all of this? There she is, been caught by the Cold Ones. Oh dear, they're doing a lot of damage now. Got some Bretonnian forces have kind of rallied, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, to really make a difference. Desperately, there goes a banishment though, but it looks like it was mostly missed. Temple Guard, as expected, where they've just been left. I mean, we've got forces just stood here. And when these have gone, yeah, they're just hitting them in the side now and destroying them. Lizardmen are definitely getting, like, all the outflanks and things like that. Because these spearmen are now being absolutely slaughtered. Royal Hippogriff Knights have routed, they've been broken. And the king can't last that much longer. And it looks like the Code 1 Spirit Riders have axed the rampage. We do have the Beast Slayers of Bastogne getting in there. Desperately trying to get rid of the Slam Priest. In comes the Spearman as well. I mean, how much health has the Slam Priest got? 1400 health, which isn't that much. He's got 3000 on the Stegodon. But look at all these just Temple Gardeners surrounded around them. They do have the Sword of Corone dropped on them, which affects their melee defense and armor. But I don't think that's... Oh, look at that! Men-at-Arms try to charge in, and the Ancient Stegodon beats them. Oh dear, the king looks like he is now wavering as well. Ancient Stegodon smashing in there. Over here, we got some skinks holding down some men-at-arms. But yeah, getting some nice shots over there as well. The Lizardmen trying to deal with each bit as they come in and then move on to the next. With the Bretonnians seem to have gone slightly wrong. They're not... Oh, that's a beautiful net. They're just stuck in the air now. Can't do anything about it. The king's only got 1500 health left. The Slan's only got 900 though. And the Knights of the Realm, who have got anti-large, are now charging in. And the Trebuchets themselves are now being tapped by the Temple Guard as well. And you can see, yeah, Ban's power is much more in the Lizardmen's favour now. Absolutely fantastic. But the Damsel's getting in there. And he's only got less than 400 health left. Oh, it'd be hilarious if the Damsel takes him out. Code Ones are coming in, but we do have the King as well. He is in a position... The Royal Hippogriff Knights aren't charging, but they're... Hang on. The Lizardmen gave up. Hey? They were winning, though. I don't understand. They were dominating that. How did Bretonnia get the win from that? I'm confused. Yeah, no, you can tell he gave up because there's no losses on either side, but... That doesn't make sense. He was winning. Why did he throw in the towel? That seems... Especially in an important stage of the tournament like that seems very weird. Professional player. Ah, Justin, hang on, guys. I've got to reply to this. Professional viewer. There we go. Oh, hang on. Don't want to do that. Nearly forgot. Don't look at the screen. I kind of forgot to do the thing. There we go. Hopefully you didn't see anything. So, we're going to go now to round 2. I've got to remember to keep doing that. To put the banner up so you guys can't see the replays. So, we can get rid of that one so I don't get confused. And then we can have... Why is everything moved? Why would you do that? There we go. I saw everything. Liar. Right, so for the next one, we have the Dark Elves versus the High Elves. And it's actually, yeah, we've got the 2 DLC leaders as well. So Spearmen, some White Lions, and this... Since I've got a new graphics card, this goes too quickly. It really does. But we got some of the Code 1 Chariots. We got a load of Dread Spears, a good solid line there. We do have some Code 1 Knights. In fact, a very strong force killed now. Of course, there's Harvesters, always a must take. We got a Sorceress of Dark. Okay. That's how she drinks her coffee, apparently. With Soul Stealer, the Blade Wind, Word of Pain, Spiteful Conjuration, and Darkstone Cloak. We also have, we have Crone Hellborn on her big altar of Cain, I want to say. And she's got Gaze of Cain, the Fury of Cain, the Amulet of Dark Fire, the Cursed Blade, Frenzy, Blood Shield of Cain. There's a lot of Cain in this. And Murderous Mastery as well. I swear I saw something Stephen over, but no, I think that is all of it. Good solid line, some chariots, and a load of cavalry as support. And the High Elves have actually been a bit more sneaky. Got a load of, apologies, Spearmen, White Lions. We also have some Phoenix Guard as well, some more Spearmen at the back. Their cavalry is Illyrian Reavers. We also have the Fireborn, always a good pick. We have a Noble who has just got, I want to say Foe Seeker. Is it Foe Seeker? Oh, Deadly Onslaught. Foe Seeker's the other one, isn't it? Oh, we do have over there, probably some more, Illyrian Reavers over there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some on the other side as well. But we do have Therio, the Great Radiant, on her Eagle. And she's got, almost like the complete opposite, the Star of Avalon, Arcane Conduct, Arcane Armforging, Earthblood, Fast Protection, Shieldstone of Issa, Born of Issa, Shield of Sapphire, and a Life Bloom. We'll get their battle going. So, guys, just trying to remember who was who now. But yeah, so in comes the Code 1 Chariots now. And something I noticed, I didn't realize before, the Code 1 Chariots have a single wheel. I mean, surely it'll just fall over. They can't be so balanced that the Code 1's pulling them. But I love this, the way they've moved into this choke point, this natural choke point on the map. And the High Elves trying to get into position, but I think the, yeah, and look at this, they immediately get in there. But we do have, I believe that's Word of Pain, isn't it? Yes, it is. Word of Pain, but Fast Protection's been dropped on as well. And thinking about it, there's pretty much no range for this unit. Is the Dark Elves. What's the Dark Elves? Yeah, what, these guys? Oh, do you mean as in the chariots? Because, yeah. But in comes all the heavy cavalry for the Dark Elves, which is really, really good. Because they don't have much there in the Word of Pain. And, oh, we've got some Code Ones flanking around here. But we do have some Spearmen holding the position. There goes the protection. But there go... Oh, look at this. Because it's such a close bottleneck, Altar of Cain can do so many buffs and debuffs in that one. Right, look. The Phoenix Guard have been absolutely annihilated. Spearmen trying to move in, but the Chariots are just pushing through now. No, the Noble's already been pushed back. Oh! Oh, that's painful as well. Straight through the middle of the white lines, pretty much wiping out half that unit and half of that unit as well. That is not looking good. Bounty power is already in the Dark Elves' favour. A lot of this was brilliant play on the Dark Elves' part. Moving into this funnel point, and then getting the cavalry to sneak around. I mean, they are being side-chanced now by leaving Reavers, but Reavers are light cavalry compared to the Cold Warm's heavy cavalry. There is a lot going on here. There is a lot of Hell Elves running. The nobles trying to regain some glory and honour, but getting back in there. Trying to form some defence lines, but the Dark Elves have just absolutely smashed through this front line. That is just painful. Fantastic strategy there. Using the Auto of Cain to push you, do all the buffs for their forces, debuffs. I mean, Murderous Prowess hasn't even activated yet. Nearly, they only need like 56 more people to die, and no problem. We've got Cold Worms actually being beaten by the Reavers. That's interesting. I guess it's because of the side flanker now. I mean, they have Rampage as well. Oh dear, here comes the Crone. Straight in there, boom, immediately causing terror and fear on them. And there goes Murderous Prowess now. If the High Elves weren't having a problem before, they're definitely having one now. We do have a Chariot making a run for it. He's done his job, he's happy, he's going. We do have the Sorcerers of Dark coming in as well. More Loon Reavers trying to get in. But it looks like, yeah, I say that, the Crone has actually gone in and is terrorising the Illyrian Reavers. Now that, oh, they're going to get a rear charge into these Spearmen. That's not what they want. And boom, adhesive drops quite quickly. The High Elves seem to be holding their own. When you think they got absolutely smashed, they're trying their best, you can see, to recover, to try and hold this line. But the Dark Elves are just pushing on and on and on and just not giving them a chance. This is not pleasant. There's more Dread Spears coming in here. There's thin line of Spearmen here. We've got a small pocket of resistance led by the Noble, who's only got 700 health, I believe. No, 600 health left. But there is quite a lot here. You've got the Phoenix Guards. You do have 2 units of Phoenix Guard and the Spearmen as well trying to hold. But look, all these Dark Elves are now in a position they can come around and flank. Yep, and the Crone has destroyed that. And we have a win for the Dark Elves there. I believe that is the end of our first year. Velkov has won both his games with the Dark Elves and with the Bretonnians, even though I think Zach could have brought it back with the Lizardmen, because I thought the Lizardmen were winning, but he threw in the towel, unfortunately. But yeah, there we go, guys. So there is your first person for the next stage. The best out of 8 is Velkov. Well played there. We'll now go Banner. I'll remember this. And I will load up the next set of games. See, I can get the hang of this. I can get the hang of this. So the next set of games we've got, if I can get this to work, there we go. Is Mixer versus Hage. So we've got Mixer of Illyrio again, a couple of Nobles, a load of White Lines, some of the Sea Guard, Spearmen, and a Star Dragon, which was cool. And Hage is using Codex Sun Eater with Chaos Source of Death, Mordors, a load of Cavalry. Got some Spawn Champions. We do have the double Hail Cannon, including the Regiment of Renown one. And we do have, I want to say, Summoners of the Storm. What I would want to say there. So we've got 1 unit of Chaos Wars of Hellbirds protecting that Hail Cannon. Then we've got the, where is it? The Soul of Damnation Regiment of Renown. Are they Summoners of Rage? I apologise, I thought it was Summoners of the Storm, but it's not, never mind. But we do have the Spawn Champions there. We do have a load of Mordor Horsemen. And do we have any Horsemasters? We do indeed, always a good one. Let's have a look at Codex Sun Eater then. So Codex Sun Eater, he has got Stand or Die, Lord of the Storm, Foe Seeker, and Encourage. Then we've got the Chaos Sorcerer of Death on horseback, and he has literally just got Spirit Leech and nothing else, just Spirit Leech. Well, each to their own. So pretty good, and we got the cannons already firing. On this side, we do have the Star Dragon, the pretty blue dragon. There we have the Radiant on her Eagle again. She has got the Star of Avalon, the Arcane Conduct, Earthblood, Banishment, the Silverstone of Isha, Boon of Isha, and Life Bloom. We then have nobles on chariot, so they've got no ability to upgrade. Oh, no, he has. I'll take that back. He has an upgrade. What's he got? He's got the sacred incense, so missile resistance. That's actually really helpful. I don't know how that stops range, but there we go. But there is definitely a lot more going on skirmish-wide for the Force of the Chaos. You can see they're moving in, and the Hell Cannon's getting some shots in. I think they're aiming for the dragon. What the? Oh, double hit there. Getting 2 good hits on them. That did a lot of damage. Did a lot of leadership damage. Right, look, and they've gone, and there goes the Spirit Leech as well. Oh, the first shot hit, but the second one misses as well. Lariel is trying to do some, decide she can take him on, but the Chaos Warriors of Hellbridge would stop that from happening. We do have the skirmishers, though, coming in. Look at that damage they're doing. And, oh, there's another hit. So Damnation doesn't get the hit. The Noble is over here trying to get past, but there is some Chaos Marauders. They should be able to hold, but he's already so low. And oh, another hit as well. He's just under 3,000 health. He's pretty much got leadership left. No leadership left. Is that another hit? Oh, straight in the back as well. Oh, flipping heck. These cannons. But the Noble has got through to the Soul of Damnation. And look at the damage he's doing. Absolutely fantastic. The Chaos Marauders, the Horsemasters and Horsemen, doing a fantastic job taking out that dragon. That's a lot of points invested in that dragon. Summoners of Rage, though, have got in there dealing with the Noble, but the Noble is beating the Soul of Damnation up, but the main forces haven't engaged yet. Oh, look, Ariel is trying to hold. Oh, it looks like the crew. Oh, no, that's the Noble's broken. The other Noble has made it into the second cannon. Is that going to be another hit? He's rallied. And he just dodges that. Fantastic. But Kodak is in there. So some Chaos Warriors of Hell. But immediately Noble's broken over there as well. That Noble's been chased off the field. Not sure. Did they break the cannon? Did they break the Soul of Damnation? No. Then where are they going? Get back to you. There's only 2 of them left as well. But the main line is now engaged. And we've got white lines against the champions and the Marauders. But there's a load of cavalry here, skirmish cavalry, so they can just keep running backwards and forwards and doing some damage. Where's the dragon? Dragon's over here. He's been beaten up quite badly. I mean, how much health has he got? Less than 1,000 health left. The Noble's rallied as well. The cavalry see that he's still there, so they're making a run towards him. Can they take him out, though? He's going for it. There he is taking a lot of damage as well. The main line of engagement looks like he's gone in the High Elf's favour, actually, which would make sense. And the dragon has he broken? Shattered. Yeah, the dragon's absolutely shattered, but I don't know if they're actually going to chase him down and try and kill him just for, the glory of taking a scuttle. Or if they're just going to let him go, because he has shattered, but he's only got 100 odd health left. But that's a lot of ammunition they're using just to chase him down. It looks like they are going to finish him off. Over here, Kodak is desperately trying to hold off the main push here. The Warhounds are going. The Chaos Sorcerer of Death is dealing for the White Lines. We do have the Chaos Warriors. Don't have to protect the cannon anymore. Cannon's doing fine. So the dragon's still going. Guys, he's already dead. Just leave him alone. Oh, the Hell Cannon's going as well. Just misses him. But he has shattered, so he's out of the match, whatever happens. The Noble's kind of just sat there. There he was trying to take out the Hell Cannon. Has been doing so much damage. It looks like they will finish that off. It looks like the Soul of Damnation has been wiped out. And we've also got the Summoners of Rage have been kind of left. It looks like an ability is being dropped on these white lions. Yeah, a bit of lightning damage being done. The Chaos Marauders trying to hold them off. And they're going to get a nice charge here. We do have the Lorraine Seaguard, though, over there. Is that the Aspiring Champions? It is. Aspiring to keep out of the way, I think. But Kodak still had quite a good amount of health, but we do have Spearmen to deal with. And the cat, what are you guys doing? He's dead already, just leave him alone. So they're now moving in to try and deal with what's left. The ground forces for Chaos isn't looking great. It's definitely the numbers are in their favour, but they do have Kodak, and they did take out the dragon, which was a huge amount of points. And it looks like the Hell Cannon could still be operational if, is it 1 guy's left? Yeah, if that 1 guy could get in there and actually use it. The Chaos Warhounds have been chased off. We do have, this is not good. They've charged into Spearmen. Why would you charge light cavalry into Spearmen? Especially when they've got ammunition left. Where's the rest of the cavalry? Ah, they're moving over here to get into a good position here. Good maneuver here. Kolek wipes out the white lines by the looks of it, but sees the Sea Guard and goes, you know what? Not worth it. Over here, the Summoners of Rage and the Chaos Wars of Hellbirds doing a great job here, finishing off the white lines, and the Sea Guard trying to clear all of this up. Getting that nice flank attack in as well. And it's great how Kolek is always going for the white lines, because they haven't got anti-large and that. These obviously can just smash through them, cause terror and that. Over here we do have the Mordor Horsemen trying to make a difference here, trying to deal with these Spearmen. Alario's trying to get rid of the Sorcerer of Death. Gets a good charge in there, but this is brilliant. That's what you want to be doing, is hitting them from multiple angles. Don't give them a chance to recover. Kolek now moving in. I think he's coming in to try and reinforce and maybe get rid of Ilario as well. We do have a Hail Cannon just sat there. Bit of a miss Michael there. Unfortunately, the Sea Guard are actually holding a lot. What are these Chaos Warriors doing? You got Hellbirds, get in there. With the Mount Course Mordors on one side, the Hellbirds on the other, these Sea Guards will just melt. They'll just disappear, gone. We've got some white lines, just kind of running off with them, but this is a best out of 3. So the players could be getting quite tired at this point after doing one intensive game to then have to pretty much immediately do a second. And I think that's what's going on here. But what's going on? The High Elves win! Once again, we have a case where the forces that I thought were winning, the Chaos forces, throw in the towel. Maybe they saw something I didn't. I mean, the Kolek and these Mordor Horsemen and the Summoners of the Rage, and with the forces there, I think they could stomp anything that's left. So I'm not quite sure why we've got players. Maybe they're thinking, okay, I haven't really got this one. If I just throw in the towel, I can, or maybe the leadership broke. No, that wouldn't make sense. Because they still have Kolek at 4 health for crying out loud. I'm not sure what happened there. And pretty much the losses were identical. Are you sure this is the last 16 players? It is, if you can believe that. But yeah, that is a win for Mixer versus Hage. Maybe they're thinking as Hage for, okay, I don't think I've got this one. I'll quit now, and then I'll do the next game and do better. Maybe is the thinking. But that seems really weird. That's twice now we've had it where I thought the stronger race was winning. So you had the Lizardmen winning Petonia, and you had Chaos against High Elves, you know, smashing them. And yet they're throwing in the towel. Very weird. Again, it might be, I'd love it if the players that did throw in the towels, if they could comment below why they done that. What was the thinking behind it? Because, I mean, sniping a Star Dragon out with cannons was amazing. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But, right, we'll get the banner back up, because I don't want any spoilers. Right, yeah, so that's that one. This was, I believe this replay was before the patch. So I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Right, that is the next one, is that correct? Yes, it is. Yeah, no, I don't get it either, guys. Also, welcome Cyphers for jumping in. Your matches, if you are the player I think you are, your games can be up next if you like, so you don't miss them. But yeah, that seems really weird, didn't it? That's twice we've had 2 players throw away the first game when they were winning it. There must be a reason behind it. Must be. So in this one, we have the Vampire Coast versus the Orcs and Goblins. Azark versus the Count himself. We do have the Lotharithan, some cannons. Well, they've got all of the squigs. We love a good bit of squigs. Well, you say that, but I was told they did show the results that happened. So maybe something happened. Not sure. But the problem is some of the replays work completely. They wouldn't work, and then these would. So I thought I'd put them on. So we got the Count on foot. It's got the Captain Rov's Moon Dial. He's got the Bombardment Ability, Rave Storm, Arcane Conduct, the Edification No Heck. I'm starting to remember these now. Drowned Dead, The Hunger, Curse of Undepth. So any other characters I missed? Nope. No, that's all of it. But look at this. We've got some Night Goblin Squig Herders. We've got some Night Goblins. We've got Goblins all over the map. We do have what looks like some flanking forces, the deck droppers of handguns. And here we have got Azarg the Slaughterer, and he's on foot as well, though he's got his flyer's wing, so, you know, he's not completely without it. He's got Warg, he's got Foe Seeker, Fate of Buna, which would be very helpful, Spirit Leech, get on with it, Life Leeching, and Spider Banner. Oh, that's the Spider Banner, is it? It doesn't look like a spider's banner, but you know what? I'm not going to question it. We're not going to question it. We're going to get straight into the game. Is there any other characters that I need to know? Yes, there is. Of course the Orcs have brought another character. What have we got? We've got an Orc Shaman on foot. And he has simply just got Fist of Gork and Power of the Warg. That is it. So, the numbers are hugely in the Greenskins' favour. But we do have some artillery. Though I don't think... Did they bring a cannon? I swear I saw a cannon. Or am I just going mad? Maybe I am just going insane. Maybe. Because I swear... Oh no, he is in there. They're mixed in there. Oh good, I'm not going mad. I just don't think the cannon's going to do great. Got the squigs. I love the squigs. They're just... I mean... If I could go to work and ride one of those. Just ride one of these around. Wherever you go. So I'm off to see my mates at the pub and just jump on a squig and ride there. But yeah, we have had some very weird... It does make you wonder if the replays are causing a problem. Night Goblins have been spotted over there as well. The deck drop is doing a good job going around the formation, finding out what's here. What's that regiment for now? That is the Moon Howlers. So the really cool, like, sky blue, dark blue wolves coming in here. But they are going to have to... The Greenskins have got a bit of an uphill struggle. They're going to have to try and break this formation. But I think it is just zombie deckhands, which they should be able to be quite comfortably, I would have thought. Getting some nice shots on the squig holders there. I think the Greenskins have realised they're going to have to just get in there. We do have Night Goblins here. That is the regiment now. I'm going to say... oh, and there goes the Fanatics. Oh, straight into the side. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. That's the AP Loonies, because they've got the dwarfs there. Moonhowlers, the Mongols are making a run for it. And we have got some guys going on here. Ron Prometheus trying to get in to deal with the Night Goblins over there. We do have the unit of just squigs. Oh, look at this, guys. Faye of Buna has pretty much wiped out the Serenes over there. Moonhowlers getting in there to deal with the gunnery mob. And there's even more coming in, guys. With the squigs, the Night Goblins. I'm definitely rooting for the Night Goblins. Warg has been deployed. And the thing is, they can ignore the big stuff and just deal with all this juicy center stuff. We do have some Black Orcs in there as well. We have had some deckhands summoned, but they're immediately getting jumped on. Oh, there goes Azarg straight in. I believe a bombardment's being dropped. Against, we've got goblins and that going on. What is, Fist of Gork has been dropped, fair enough. We do have Azarg is getting in there with the deckhands, with the polearms, not a problem there. Look at this madness. And look at all this range as well, guys. We've got all these goblin archers, savage orc archers as well. Black Orcs coming in to try and deal with this as quick as they can. And the Rusty Arrows, always a good pick. But this formation has quickly fallen apart from the Vampire Coast as the goblins just get in there. It's a shame we don't have a spider. That would have looked brilliant. Oh, that goblin's getting eared. Oh, that was painful. But it looks like the Mongols have been completely wiped out here. Don't think there's anything left. The squigs really want to get over here, deal with the deckhands mob or the deckhand mob over there. These goblins are actually holding the deckhand. In fact, they're winning against the deckhands mob. The failbats, the deck droppers don't seem to be doing much to help. And then comes the Black Orcs, and don't forget the Savage Orc Archers as well. Once they run out of ammunition, they can just move in and just chop away. We do have the squigs, Dirt Kid Squigs kind of just sat here. Just, everything seems alright. No, get in there. Oh, more fanatics have just been dropped in the centre here. Look at them. So, oh, and they're here, their own goblins. Oh, I love it. I love you, Greenskins. But they've got all this firepower, including the Dusty Arrows. Oh, we've got a gunnery mob now being summoned as well. Azarg's taken a lot of damage. He's only got 1,800 health left. He needs to get out of there. He should not be getting the thick of the fighting. This fight over here, though, yeah, look at this. And in comes the squigs as well. Smashing through with the Black Hawk. Suddenly there's no line. And there we go. They've rampaged into the back. And a second walk has now been deployed. And the Greenskins are absolutely smashing this. But Wazark is not in a good place right now. He needs to get out of there. Just get him out. Let the other guys through. We do have some deckhand mobs being summoned again. But look, there's this little pocket of resistance. The Greenskins need to be pushing in though. They need to keep pushing, keep pushing. Some of their units aren't doing anything. Like, you got Blackhawks here, and I think they're just about to be hit by bombardment or an ability. I'm not sure which. Maybe both. There we go. And that's because they stood still. They need to get in there. We do have the Blackhawks in here though. Durkis Squigs in there. There you go. Azark is finally getting out of there, it looks like. And the Savage Orc Arrow boys doing a great job. Well, I say that. They may be shooting in, but they're kind of just waving their axes. But yeah, they're going to support coming in now. And this is what I mean. They need to regroup quicker and get in there as quick as they can. It looks like the Count is going after. He has got an invocation no heck being dropped as well. We do have some Night Goblins. I don't know where they're going, but they're going somewhere. But remember, these Night Goblins are unbreakable. But Azark, you've got to get out of there. He's only got 800 health left. And there's a Black Orc. There's a Black Orc getting in there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. That's going to be like Ian a really hard. Now, Azark's broken. And that could be it. The Vampire Coast, if they push, but because they do have Fear and Terror, but we do have unbreakable units in there. Azark should not have got in there as much as he did, but now the range support's coming in. Death Droppers are coming in after Azark as well. Try and wipe him out. I mean, how much health has he got? 800. He has rallied, though. He wants some archers dealing with the Death Droppers, just to get him off their back. But the Orc Shaman's got in there as well, just to help hold the line. It's not looking good, though. The Orcs, I think, are running out of momentum. They've got a lot of range stuff, but not much. And it's not being target prioritized. They're kind of just... anything's going for anything at this point. There's a lot of Orcs breaking, and that's because Wazark's been left in combat. Get him back here. Why have you got him in the thick of it? He doesn't need to be. I mean, don't even have like Spirit Leech in that, so he could be healing himself. Look, and the main line here is completely shattered. The Unbreakable Goblins are running after... oh dear. Oh no, this is not looking good for the Greenskins. I thought they were doing really well, but there's a lot of mismicro going on here. You know, they're just not prioritising what should be going where, what should be shooting where. And the Vampire Coast are making the most out of it. The balance of power is in their favour now. Though the Orcs do outnumber them by quite a bit, means nothing if they're running away. But look, now we've got units rallying. They need to get back in there. But I feel a lot of units are just break. Army losses are starting to kick in now. This is not looking good. And Azark's just stood here. Just stood here. He could be doing magic to heal himself up or something, but no, he's just stood there. The Varfin, they looked like they were taking him out, but now the Orcs have scattered. It's going to be down to if they can regroup and target prioritize, because now the Vampire Coast seems to be just stood there. The Count, very slowly. Oh, and there we go, the Greenskins throwing the towel. And that one I do understand. A lot of their stuff had broken. Yeah, and the Undead they made the most out of a pretty, like, dire situation there. And they still had the Leviathan going for them. Look, 186 kills. Very unfortunate there by Hage, but that is a win from Mixer. So, I believe, is that the last of those two? I want to check before let's have a look. I believe that was the last one. Yes, it was game 2. So that means that Mixer has got through. Though, again, I'm not sure what happened. Being Hage looked like he was winning the first one. And then threw in the tower. And then the second one kind of just threw it away. Which is really, really unfortunate. But there we go, guys. A Mixer will be another player that gets through to the next round. We've got Cyphus in the chat. So we're going to have to do his game next. Going to have to do that next. And he was up against Pacifist Warlord, which is always a good thing. So the first round is High Elves with Tychus and Nobles and Spearmen, a lot of Phoenix Guard, and a Star Dragon. Well, we've got Pacifist Warlord has got Warwick Wanderer, a Shaman, and a lot of Berserkers. That is a lot of Berserkers, and some good heavy hitters as well. Let's put it into slow speed then. So we have Shaman, Sorcerer of Metal, which is quite popular, I've noticed. On foot, got the Scroll of Shielding, the Glittering Robes, the Plague of Rust, Metal Shifting, and Rage. Wolfric the Wanderer is on his Mammoth. He's having a good time there playing on the drums. And he has got Hunter of Champions, a Sea Fang, Foe Seeker, and a lot of raids. There's a lot of, but this is a good mix of good heavy infantry. The skirmish, some heavy infantry there, but you also have got like the anti-large as well. We have a Star Dragon. We do love a good bit of Star Dragon. Teclis on foot as well. Don't see Teclis often, so this is going to be pretty good to see if I can get the camera to work. There we go. So we've got Teclis on foot, and he's brought with him Potion of Curry, the Regrove, Enfeebled and Foe, Net of Amatok, the Greater Arcane Conduct, Shield of Sapphire, Kindle Flame, and that's it for that. I'm sure I saw a Noble as well, but we do have a lot of Phoenix Guards, including the Keepers of the Flame, which are the ones that they randomly explode. So he's brought all of his defenses. We do have a Noble looking rather epic there on his horse. He's got no abilities whatsoever though. He's probably not too worried about the mobility of Teclis, to be honest, Justin, because he wants to get more abilities. He's got the Dragon and how to give cover. So look at this, both players being a bit more hesitant. I mean, we do have Beast of the Beast here, so the Norsca Warhounds Regiment Renowned sitting on the hill, and I believe that's another group over here. Yep, the Ice Wolves. I do love the Ice Wolves, they're so cool. Bit chilly, wouldn't want to cuddle up with them, but so cool. I know that wasn't a pun, I just realised, I'm sorry. Star Dragon coming in, doing a bit of scan. There goes the Sisters though. Yep, Sisters of Avalon. But we do have Javelins, more Hunters, so got to be careful of that. But this is a lot of range coming in. And of course the Berserkers don't have any defense, I don't think. Do they? Armor 15 and pretty much no shield on even to speak of. The Dragon has seen the Norscan Warhound, so they're now moving into position. Badge power were the numbers, a couple of hundred more for Norsca. But in they come the Mordors, and they charge it, and the Phoenix Guard turned around. That was not good, but they probably will be able to hold. Keepers of the Flame, be able to hold against the Berserkers. No idea what that was, but charging in there. In comes, look at this, brilliant. Straight to the Sisters of Avalon, but they knew they were coming. The Spearmen have moved in. Javelin trying to support them. Oh, there goes a nice bird. Oh, and he's been netted. He's got netted as well, and he just got blasted. And the Dragon's moving in to deal with the Norscan Wolves there. The Ice Hounds are getting themselves in a position, but the Spearmen have moved in. And they're getting some free shots on there as well. Oh, there we go. We do have some explosion Keepers of the Flame, which I think is hilarious that they do just randomly explode. Probably the best unit, and we've got one unit of Berserkers have already broken. The Mordors are trying to push through the gaps though. And this is why I don't think he was worried about putting him on a mount, because there's a Dragon and a Noble on a mount that can protect him. Wolfric though is now broken free and is going for the Sea Guard. The infantry are trying to push through, but these Phoenix Guards are just not letting them down. And it looks like, they are holding the line really well. I love the way the High Elves have let them in, but, protected the flanks in that. And the Dragons are, but here comes the Famir with great weapons. Let's not forget they are in there. So you think it's just Mordors, but it's not. And they're going against the Noble, trying to take him off his horse. Wolfric, though, he should be quite confident. Enfeebled and Foe's been dropped on him. Glittering Robe has been put on him, and the Shield of Shielded. But the Dragons, he's backing off. He's going, and the Berserkers have rampaged. They saw a Dragon and just went nuts. But yeah, so Teclis, though, kind of being caught off here. This is probably why you wanted him on horseback or something. But they have scared the Wolves off now, which is fine. Teclis getting in. He's doing a bit of healing on himself as well. Got the Sea Guards dropping on Wolfric. The Wolfric's just going in there, though. He cares not for your pointy sticks. We do have some more Familiar. I think these got forgotten, guys, because what are they doing all the way back here? And you got the ones over here, but they look like they got beaten by the Spearmen and the Phoenix Guard. I smash them through. Yeah, look at that. Keepers of Flame, smash them through this defense. But I think this is where the problem's going to be. if Teclis is not careful, the Noble's pretty much been smashed in. Amateur's got 800. Teclis has got just under 2,000. Dragon coming in to help, and we do have a load of spearmen here. Look at this micro. The spearmen is just from here. Wherever they go, the spearmen are lining up beside them. The sisters have pretty much been decimated, which is awesome. Dragon getting some good hits. He's now flying off again. These guys can't make up their mind if they're in or out, in or out. Dwarfs of spearmen though, fall them back. They have been routed by the front line of berserkers. But this Phoenix guard doing an amazing job. We do have glittering robe. Oh, that's a nice hit on the Familiar Warriors. Yeah, the Familiar Warriors have all gathered up on the Sisters of Avalon. I think it's safe to say they are gone. But we do have some spearmen coming in for the flank charge. Dragon trying to hold off here, trying to beat Wolfric the Wanderer. Needs to be taken out, but he has got 60 armor at the moment. But he's been netted as well. And look, the front line's just broken, so all these anti-large keepers to the flame. They need to get on Wolfric. He's only got just under 2,000 health left. The Mordor Hunters are trying to hold the line. But yeah, look at this. It's pretty much broken. There's this little group here, but the Spearmen and the Phoenix Guard there. The guys, keep going. We've got this. Just smash through the Shaman. Deal with him. I mean, oh, look at this. 1,300, 1,500. Enfeebling Foe's been dodged, but he's got Plague of Rust. Greater effect on him. So he's coming here and dealing with this flank here. Breaking that. We've got the Ice Wolves coming back in as well. The Familiar, the Great Weapons, are smashing the centre here. And Teclis. But... oh, Sisters of the Fort Avalon are still going. Balance power is still pretty equal. And the Dragon. Dragon's got 1,000 health, but he is Ravering. Wolfric's only got 1,000 health left. Trying to get my chair comfy. Oh, the boat. But they stopped. So the boat did nothing. That was a wasted ability there, unfortunately. But this is the difference. Wolfric's just sat there. The thing is, I wonder if it has something to do with the DLC replays. Because I've noticed a couple of times that units just sat there, and I don't know if it's something's gone wrong with the replay, or it's just a missed micro. Because he's just sat there being shot. So it does make you raise questions if the DLC has messed up the replay, where units aren't doing anything. But oh no, there we go, army losses just kicked in. And the balance power, I reckon, is going to go hugely. I mean, we've still got like full strength units of spearmen going. We've got the Keepers of the Flame still going. But it does make you question if the replays have been altered because of the DLC. I don't know why you just got this dragon sat here like, I've got 1,000 health, you can't touch me. I'm just going to do dragon breaths, and if I can't do that, I'm just going to heal until I can get involved. And the fact that him just sat there is causing terror. You got to remember that. Wolfric has rallied. But it looks like the High Elves are making the most out of this situation. We do have some Berserkers, and the Familiars could do a good... I mean, the Phoenix Guard here have been broken, so they're quickly jumping on that. Whereas Teclis is apparently taking on Familiars with Great Weapons. That seems like a terrible idea. Yeah, I'll go elsewhere, mate. But over here, you do have the High Elves are cleaning up whatever infantry Norska's got. I mean, the bad numbers, it's about 90 more for the High Elves. But one of those 90 is a Dragon. The other is Teclis. Wolfric's been completely forgotten here. He's just sat here, no leadership or anything. Apparently his flanks are secured though, which is good. That's good to know. But the Phoenix Guard, Keepers of the Flame, are holding the centre, but they need to be focusing. Oh, there's a load exploding. I don't understand why all these units here aren't focusing on Teclis. Do have some Phoenix Guard and some Berserkers. They're just sounding insults at each other. They're having a good time. I do wonder if it's something to do with the replays, guys. I wonder if the DLC has... I mean, sometimes they say the replays completely... Oh, and there we go. High Elves do get the win. And to be fair, yeah, Wolfric probably wandered off and everything else soon followed. I mean, they had a dragon after all. So a very... Oh, they threw in the tower. See, look. Hang on. No kills, no kills. I mean, apparently... That must be a fault of the replays then. That's not them throwing in the tower, because Wolfric was leaving. He had broken. And the others were breaking, and they had a dragon. So I think that's a glitch of the replays. Not them throwing in the towel. But if they did, again, I can understand why Pacifist Warlord did do that, because Yeah, the High Elves pretty much had what they needed to win quite comfortably. So we'll move on to the next battle. Put the banner on. But I am starting to think that it's a replay glitch, not them throwing in the towel. By the way, what does everyone think of my cool little banner? I'm quite happy with that. So the next one is Warlord and Cyphers. So let's go to round 2. So this time we've got Wood Elves versus the High Elves. Zezo? That is a name I don't recognise. I would recognise an awful, sorry, I was going to say awesome name like that. Shadow, honestly, sort yourself out. So we've got the Fireborn, we've got Tech Elizabeth, Zezo, Gelden. That's so awesome. Wish I had a cool name like that. We've got Potion the Regrowth, Enfeeble the Foe, Net of Avatar, Greater Arcane Conduct, Silver Sapphire, and the Wild Heart. And what else have they got? Have they got any other characters? Normally there's a noble somewhere. Is that no noble? This army has no nobility. And on the Wood Elves we've already got what is this? What's this? Honestly. So we've got a Branch Wraith here who has got Scroll of Shielding, the Mystifying Miasma. Come on, Mouse, you can do it. Earthblood, Call of the Woods, Blessing of the Ancients, and Vanguard if they wanted to encourage. We do have Durfu. Silent Viewer. Oh, well, it's a pleasure for you to say hi. It's good to have you on the chat. So Durfu's got the Sword of Dave, something like that. We call it the Sword of Dave. There we go. Foe Seeker, Transformation of Cardon, Blessing of the Ancients, Frenzy, Immune Psychology and Courage, and all the rest. Is there anything else? I mean, he is moving forward. Death Star. We got Death Star. I'm going to start breaking into rap if I'm not careful. So we got a normal speed. But the High Elves do have a lot of... You've got the great... Oh! Hang on. Hold the phone. We got Shadow Warriors. So they're one of my favourite units in the game. I mean, maybe this is what I should call my subscribers, the Shadow Warriors or something like that, to reference these units. I don't know. What do you guys think? Got Sea Guard on that flank, or think Sea Guard on that flank. We do have their normal archers at the back. Yeah, so they do have the range. But yeah, they look so good. The grey. That's it, yeah. Oh, you guys are so inventive names. Well, we like to wear dark greys and blacks because we like to hide the shadows. Cool, so what should we call ourselves? The grey? Perfect, we'll do it. But yeah, I think maybe we should call the subscribers the Shadow Warriors or something like that. But look, these Way Watchers are there going, we'll do some scouring. I'd rather be a Shadow Sword. What, a Bane Blade? Actually, yeah, no, that is pretty cool. Everyone's a Bane Blade. But the thing is as well, is we do have, you know, the Sea Guard have shields, the Spearmen have shields. So they're gonna outshoot the Wood Elves. As far as I see it. And of course, when they got those Spearmen can deal with the anti-large. And of course, guys, fire damage and anti-large. That is perfect against Durfu. They don't have anything to deal with that. What is this? What is this? Honestly, want to focus on the skirmishing, but the High Elves should out-skirmish them. They just got to be aggressive with their archers and get in there. You know, do some damage against it. I mean, do they have like, what have they got then? I'll try to look at their stats. So, armor 15. Very much. Yeah, and I don't think they have a shield or anything. So if you can get archers to focus fire on them, they'll just go down. And they're shooting uphill as well. So the other guys should have a range buff because they're shooting downhill. Their range should be further. So I'm not sure how the High Elves are struggling here. How's numbers as well, by the way? It was Oh wow, the high elves outnumber the wood elves by like over 2-1. Go on, mate. It's disappointing to see this setup in the best of 16. You'd expect a bit better. Especially being... I don't mind as the initial setup to stop maybe Vanguard. And then you go, right, okay, then... they do have the Firebark. What's their ability again, is it? That's it. Anyone within 30 minutes has flying resistance. Got ya. But now they're moving up. That's better. I'd like to see that. But they have kind of decimated entire units. But they are now moving up, so that's fair. I mean, they have got a bit of a uphill struggle. Am I right, guys? Am I right? No? Okay. We do have the Fire Dragon and Teclis. For them, Teclis, with all that winds of magic now, he's just sitting back. And I'm loving this, how it's just a skirmish mode. We do have a fair manticle coming in now. But what's good is the high elves are more staggered. They've got a lot more. Look, as soon as he comes into range, boom, get attacked. I wonder what he's going to go for, though. Straight for the juicy archers? Yeah, I would. Juicy archers. Anyway. I looked at they were moving up, but they've now stopped because the high elves have got a nice surround on them. But now a lot of focus seems to be focused on the fair manticore, who is rampage. Now he's rampage, guys. Get like a unit of spearmen in and get the archers to just walk away. The fair manticore rampage will just focus on over there. Oh, it looks like the wood elves are now moving up. I'm going to have to sort my chair out again. That's better. Look, the wood elves are then running down the hill again. This thing, the thing is, while they're faffing around like this, they're giving the high elves, not only have they got the high ground, they're giving them the advantage because they can snipe whatever they want here. They can pick what they want here. If they were really clever, I mean, I'll be tempted to try and take out the Firebark. I mean, what's their... So they do have 80 armor, that's quite a lot. But I'll be tempted to try and take them out, or try and take out some of this infantry. Shadow is so professional. Of course I am. When have I not been professional? Spearmen now being charged by the Tree King, but of course they do have the buff against that. This is not good matchups. They have anti-large. And in fact, hang on a minute. Tree King, how far is 30 meters? These Tree King are not in the protection. If the Fire Dragons charged in against these Tree King now, they would just absolutely destroy them. But here we go. Now it's all closing in. We've got more spearmen coming in. And of course, all this archer range as well is going to just start shredding all this stuff up. But again, yeah, charging them in against anti-large is not great. And we got units. There's so many high elves here. They can get around the flanks. I'm not sure why things aren't being done here. What have we got being dropped here? So, Sword of Darth has been dropped. Oh, has that a net been dropped? It has, but what are they going to do to optimise? The Fire Dragons are getting in. Oh, all the archers have been dropped. And it's got the added effect, so it's going to last a lot longer. We do have some Eternal Guard trying to come in to protect it, but in comes the Fire Dragon straight into the back here. And all the big stuff, apart from Durfu, has been pinned down by Dread Spears. And the archers here, Ferromanticore has been summoned and dealing with the Seaguard, but they're spearmen as well. So that's absolutely fine, and that's a beautiful hit there. We do have Mr. Fire Miasma has been dropped on them. But the Way Watchers have been absolutely smashed in. Durfu trying to recover the situation here. It looks like some spearmen are gone, but these guys now pulling back are giving up on the front. And yeah, and of course, with all this archer support, and this is brilliant, look. They're going, fine, you have the Seaguard. The Seaguard of anti-large as well, and that's a summoned unit. The rest of them archers, instead of focus fire on him, which a lot of beginner players would do, they're focusing on the main battle, because that would just disappear eventually anyway. Fire Dragons, they're getting out of there. Now they've done a nice bit of damage. But look at that, the Way Watchers have pretty much been wiped out. I mean, they probably will rally, because they've got such high speed. But taking out that support is absolutely brilliant. But it's... Balance power is still quite equal here. Oh, we do have some sorts going on the Manticle. He's now rampaged, but the Grey should really be focusing on whatever units they need here. Where's Teclis? Teclis is here, and of course Teclis is on his horseback. As I mentioned, in a battle like this, he definitely needs to be able to run, especially against the big stuff. Durfu's taken absolutely no damage, and here the Wood Elves have absolutely dominated. That charge at the back, it seems to be going in the Wood Elves' favour. Here, I think the Tree King are being cut down by the High Elves, because the Wood Elves moved their guys back here. And here comes the Fire Dragons, and of course they're not within 30 minutes of them, so they will suffer from fire damage. That'll probably just smash them. Suddenly freeing up these three. Yeah, boom, gone. Suddenly freeing up. The White Lions here have done a great job holding them back. But the Tree King over... Oh, they're the Firebark Elders are now being wiped out as well. And in comes the Grey. They've used up all their ammunition. So they're charging in there. And the Fire Dragons as well, charging in to deal with the Dreadspears, not Dreadspears, the Eternal Guard, which were trying to get Techless. And look, the Sea Guard, the Fair Manticle did get beaten off. Of course, the Tree King as well. But now, look, all these units here, full health units pretty much, are moving in to slaughter whatever they want in the centre. All get behind the lines. There goes the Spearmen over here, dealing with the Eternal Guard. The White Lions here are dealing with the Wardens, so the Regiment of Renowned. And the Tree King are getting badly beaten. Where is the Fire Dragons? They need to be getting some flank charges in. There they are over here. But look, guys, the archers are doing a fantastic job. We've got some spearmen rallying over here. Oh, are they going to run off the map? I think they are completely off the map. Fireborn, Fire Dragons. What are they? I can't remember the name now. Fireborn, yeah. I knew what I meant. What type of cavalry again? That's where I'm getting the Fireborn Dragon Princes. That's where I'm getting mixed up. The Fire Dragons. But look, they are now just swarming in. Suddenly the Tree King and that can't hold the line. We've got Squig Boss Mad Knobs is in the chat. Always a pleasure to have more people in the chat. The more chat we have, the more interesting the videos are for people watching and taking part. And of course it looks good on YouTube as well because there's loads of people chatting. So do say hi if you are watching. Don't be silent. Don't be shy. We do have loads of Wood Elves being absolutely slaughtered. What's great is Elves killing Elves, because I'm going to be happy either way. But if the High Elves with their shiny blue and white beat the hippie Wood Elves, then yeah, we should be able to enjoy this game very much. Badge power still quite equal though. Do have the Fireborn just kind of keeping around, making sure these guys are protected. Do have more Wood Elves coming in, but most of the Wood Elves are being absolutely smashed, including the Tree King. Faber than Foe's been dropped to them as well. Oh, here comes the Fire Dragons! Fireborn, the Dragon Princes. Leave me alone. Justin, I know what you're going to say. No. But in they come, charging in with their fire damage as well. Surprised they didn't take on Durfu, but then again, that charge has instantly broken them. Really want to swing around now, which it looks like they are doing, and they're going to charge into the rear of this last stand. So it is just going to be Durfu left. Nope, no need. They're all breaking as well. So it's just the Branch Wraith and Durfu. They've decided to switch places. Skaven versus Skaven, not cool. But you say that, it means the Skaven that do win have a very good meal. There's always that. Someone's going to eat well that night if they're Skaven on Skaven. But we do have, yeah, that's all that's left. I think it is just 2 models. They do have some other guys. These are the guys that are probably running away. That's why I think even Techless is chasing after them now. Yeah, Techless is chasing these guys off the field. But the Fireball, remember, the anti-larger fire damage and the Flaming Trees have done a runner. So they don't get the protection anymore. But I think, yeah, the range are just picking off their last shots just to try and make sure that these guys, unfortunately, they are wavering, but they are rallying. Durfee's just walking around. I'm not entirely sure what the Wood Elves can do at this point. I mean, where's the Branch Wraith over there? This is what you needed. The Fireborn taking on Durfu. Enfeebling Foe's been dropped to him as well. They would just smash him if they're not careful. We do have some Eternal Guard with shields have rallied, but very few to make a difference. And there's so many Spearmen here. Look at them, so many Spearmen. And then comes the... And we've got more guys here. Guys, come in, join in. You're like the viewers that don't join in the chat. You need to... You can watch from a distance, but you can get involved. Not sure what's going on here. Why is Techless getting involved? Techless wants to make sure the Branch Wraith is taken. But look, guys. Durfu's health is just plummeting at this point. The Eternal Guard have just been forgotten, which is kind of weird. He's literally got very little to actually look after. There goes the Branch Wave. We are going to fast forward a bit because there's not much really happening now. We're just wrapping up what's left, and there we go. They've all shattered, and the Wood Elves are defeated. Fantastic game there. So, The Pacifist Warlord has brought it back with a win. So these two have had a win apiece now, which is really going to be interesting to see. This is going to be the first best out of 3. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the Grey, 74 kills. That's what I like to see. Tekla's got a kill. He's probably there like, I did something. But yeah, I mean, it was great how they were like, oh, we should be able to outrange them. No, the High Elves just absolutely slaughtered them. And then when it came to their attack, they just picked off the main units, made them break, slaughtered them like the Firebark Elders. As soon as they went, the Fireborn just owned the trees, pretty much, which was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, that's a lot of dead elves. Over 1,000 elves died this day, and it was glorious. Right, so we've now got to have the final out of these two players to decide who's going to get through, Pacifist Warlord or Cyphers. So we've got Cyphers. Hang on, it'd probably help if I did that. Cyphers is using the Dark Elves with lots of Sisters of Slaughter and Witch Elves and such. Well, we've got a standard captain, an admiral, who's in charge of a dread fleet. But, oh, look at those Mongol hunters and the Syringe. Oh, but do they have magical attacks? Does anything here have magical attacks? Because if so, that's going to do nothing. But if they don't have magical attacks, that's really going to hurt. Right, my throat's going dry. It's... There's so much going on. So we do have a fleet admiral with a poem, and he's got the Law of Vampires. So he's got... Is that the Forbidden Rod? No, Wand of Jet. And then Dance McCreeb, the Unification of Nohek, the Drowned Dead, Hunger, Curse of Undeath. See, I'm starting to remember these. And I think that was the only character, yeah, didn't it? Yeah, he's got loads of these, though. 3 units of Mongols, 3 units of Syringe. But let's have a look over here. So we got the oblique swords at the front, which is always good. We do have a Canine Assassin, which is always cool. He has got the Assassin's Trophy. That's it, nice and simple. They've got Poison, Sisters of Slaughter, but do we have... But we do have Sorceress of Fire. Very nice. And she's got the... Anscripin's Black Horror? I've never heard of that. But look, causes major magical damage. Oh, it's a Windspell's Web, so it can only be used once, but if she does it right, those Syringe will just disappear. She also has Arcane Conduct, the Burning Head for direct damage, and the Sword of Ruin to give others magical damage. So those Syringe, and Kindle Flame, those Syringe are not in a good place. But we do have those deck droppers now over there. No, it's Scurvy Dogs. Do look a bit of Scurvy Dog in the morning. What have we got over here? Yep, Scurvy Dogs. Is there any others? No, I think that is it. What's the other units I saw? Ah, the Shades. Yeah, you got Shades of dual weapons. Some Black Ark Crusaders there with hand bows. And some standard Shades here. You know why they're called Shades? Because they all wear glasses, see? No? No, I'll stop. Oh, look, all my views have disappeared. Right, we'll go into full speed. But yeah, a lot of the damage here is like the Syringe and that. I like cats more than dogs. To be fair, I'm a cat lover. I prefer cats over dogs. As one comedian nicely put it, when you have a dog and you walk through the door, they're really excited to see you. They're in your face, like, oh, what did you do? What did you do? I've missed you. You're brilliant. And then if you have a cat, they just walk in and go, oh, how was your day? Oh, wait, no, I just remembered. I don't care. And they just walk off. I love that. It's... But we do have the main engagement going in now, and the Assassins just charged in against the Tide of Scold. But in comes the Sisters of Slaughter, and I do fear that the main engagement in the front line, the Dark Elves, going to own, because they've got Witch Elves. But yeah, look, immediately Satosa Free Company become frenzied, which I believe gives the negatives, don't it? Let's have a look. Rampage. Are you going to actually... Nope, alright then. But I'm pretty sure it's a debuff. And the Dark Lord is back from the dentist. Huzzah. See, these guys don't have to worry about that. But the Mongols are getting in. But now we have the Sorceress of Slime. Done the Flaming Sword. So, yeah, look, the Syringe are just getting absolutely slaughtered. Oh, what's that going through? I don't know, but Murderous Prowess is now activated. Over here, we've got the Sister Swords. The Scurvy Dogs are getting through as well. But yeah, they're being chased up, but so are the Bleak Swords, so they've all kind of ran off. We do have Gunnery Mob, and the Flea Admiral, but the center has been completely broken now. In fact, it looks like the parts of Satosa are smashing through here. Quite surprised, but we do have these shades of the dual weapons out of the back. So they're going to cause problems for the powers of Satosa. And remember, guys, and this is going to be the decider for which one of these players is going to get through. We do have a burning head. Look at that. Just pretty much decimated this whole flank there of the burning head. Very nice. And of course, that will mess away with their regen. I believe they have regen, don't they? Scurvy Dogs trying to deal with the shades, but the shades have dual weapons. They're not just archers. Over here, though, it looks like... I mean, we've got some Scurvy Dogs just sat there having a break. The Dark Elves seem to be dominating the centre now. The Pirates of Satosa broke through the centre, but then seem to be getting overwhelmed on the flanks. Oh, if you want to see Mongols rampaging, you now can. Oh, but we do have the Assassin there. The Assassin could get the Fleet Admiral. Why is he not getting him focused on the Fleet Admiral? He would just kill him outright. And that would be kind of game over. And the Dark Elves, yeah, they've been all the undead here, now pushing up. And it looks like the Dark Vampire Coast are breaking. They are just falling apart at this point. There's a lot of forces here for some reason. Not doing anything. Being held back by a single unit of Dread Spears. But yeah, the Mongols are making sure the Assassin can't get to the Vampire. And yeah, goes the Heathen as well. We got the Supreme Sorceress getting out of there. But these Dread Spears and Witch Elves will probably do a good job dealing with the Mongols, I think. Good combination. Oh, Sister Slaughter have charged into the Admiral. Might be able to deal with that. Oh, we got some more being some, but don't forget we got Shades. Look, and this is what the Shades are great for. They can sit back and shoot, and then when they do get into combat, they will just... Oh, what have we got here? I bet that's a burning head. We're going to see a burning head going across this line. Come on, summon. Or they're going to run out the way and it'll be wasted. Or is it just not happening now? Oh, come on, do it now. They've gone into the path. Do it, do it. Oh, Flaming Sword. That might be why. He's done the Flaming Sword of Ruin, which of course gives all these magical attacks. So the Serenes, their resistance is going to do absolutely diddly squat. The Assassins finally got on to the Admiral. There they go. Absolutely gone. There goes the Lord as well. Absolutely crumbles. And everything's gone. And that's a win for the Dark Elves. So we go. We've got finally had our best out of 3. The first one that wasn't decided in 2 games. I mean, this army, I like it. It's got good infantry. You've got the cheap free company to hold the line. And they've got the Serenes and the Mongols. I'm going to hit hard, hit fast, and smash through. Problem is, when you've got magic attacks on everyone, you know, the Supreme Sorceress could pit flaming magical attacks on everyone. Suddenly, these guys, you know, the flaming attacks against them with their regen, the magic against them, she pretty much countered them straight away. I mean, 173 kills. That's insane. And of course, Burning Head and things like that as well. Very seriously, that was a very good way to win that, guys. Well played. So Cyphus is through to the best out of A, and unfortunately, that is the end of the Pacifist Warlord. But hopefully, we'll see him again. We'll see him again, I'm sure. We'll go to the banner now. I'm going to have a drink because I'm dying. Refreshing. Flaming attacks don't do anything extra to Mongols. Do they not? I thought Mongols had regen. If not, my mistake. Oh, so Elliot, welcome to the channel. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen you. Unless I've got terrible memory. Actually, it's probably the terrible memory. But I thought anything that had regen was weak to fire. Or do they just not have regen? Oh, they have hunger, not regen. I apologise. So that's what people probably mean when they have the regeneration. Thank you, Eddie, for letting me know and then the chat know. How is my day so far? Really good. A friend of mine's just come back from America for like 2 weeks. That's why this is now and not 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm seeing him because his YouTube channel, he's got so big that he got invited to America to do debates and everything in Texas. So that's going to be exciting to see. We've got, in this one, Pongobon versus the Gobbo Slayer. We have Dark Elves versus the Dwarfs, and I see Slayers. I see a lot of Slayers. And Iron Breakers. Oh, good grief. This army just won't break with it. But we have Executioners, we have Bleak Swords, we have a lot of range. But no, Elliot, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for letting me know. So they have a regen in regards to they heal when they attack, but they don't have regen where they have the negative to fire. So, okay, that's not bad then. So we got a Supreme Sorcerer of Beasts. I bet she is. Sorry. So he's on horseback. Arcane Conduct, the Transformation of Cardon, Amber Spear, Warson's Wildfall, and Wild Heart. We do have... Oh, what are these? The Boat Fiends. Dark Shard Regiment of Renown. Look how they walk with... Some of them are walking with the crossbow up. That is so cool. I need to sleep. I have a meeting tomorrow. Alright, Justin. Well, I really appreciate you stopping in and keeping the chat going and that. It's been really good. You take it easy and hopefully you can comment when you see the rest of the replays. What do we have hidden over here, though? Ah, Harpies. And Dark Riders of Spears. A very nice combination. But let's have a look at the Dwarfs. The Dwarfs have got the high ground, but they are moving forward, so that's always good. We have a Runesmith who has got... Hang on. The Hammer of Karaz-Duraz, Rune of Negation, and Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Always good. We also have Norgrimling's Ironbreakers. Dwarf Warriors. We've got over there the Grumbling Guard, Dragonback Stairs. I recognise them. Ukran Miners Regiment. That's just all Regiment. Here's all the Regiment for now. Oh, okay then. And there's a Runesmith here with the exact same setup. Which I have checked in the rules. That is absolutely fine. Runesmiths can do that. And Ungrim Ironfist, who has no abilities. Because he's such a badass on his own. Let's get the battle underway. Let's zoom out. So, yeah, they've deployed there. And they're moving up onto the hill. And the Dark Elves got to try and push them off the hill. But they are... The Dwarves are outnumbered nearly 2-1. Which is not bad odds. How much do I like the nukes of Skaven? But first of all, Skaven, so I already love it. It's nukes, which is always good fun. It's nukes in a fantasy world. Hilarious. And it's Skaven nukes. This Runesmith is moving straight in against Bleak... Oh, look at this! Of course, the Runesmith dodged most of them, but the Bleak Sword's not so lucky. Half their health already gone. And the Bleak... But we do have Executioners, guys. And the Executioners will cut through the Dwarf. Oh, look at all this. Like the blasting charges getting in there. But they are just hitting Bleak Swords, which is not that big a deal. It's the Executioners you want to get. All the runes are being dropped off now. But we do have the reinforcements coming in for the Dark Elves on the flank. And a lot of range, guys. And these guys have armor-piercing shots as well. So, very painful. And this is going to be... How does he get behind here? He just ran behind them, so don't mind me. Here goes the Fair Manticle. We do have... Oh, some Dark Riders on this flank coming in as well. I didn't see them. No, I didn't see them. But they have charged in next to the Dragonback Slayers, but they've charged into the Iron Breakers to try and stop them from doing that. The Miners have been charged by the Fair Manticles. We do have Bleak Sorcerer. Oh, are they the Executioners? Yeah, the Executioners have been broken, but that's because they're up against the Peak Gate Guard, and you just can't argue with those amazing peak caps that they've got. They're just too powerful. So the Dwarves are definitely winning this flank here. That person's been completely shattered. And the Executioners as well, really struggling on this flank. Yeah, it is a bit mad, isn't it? Murderous Powers is now activated, but it's like the armor piercing just isn't enough to get through what the Dwarves have brought up. And look, now we've got all these Dark Shards being chased down by Ironbreakers and that. The Harpies trying to come in to help them, but it looks like the Dwarves have actually won the high ground. Yeah, they've pretty much pushed the Elves back, and to be fair, in the Dwarves' defence, they were moving forward. They weren't just sitting on the high ground. They moved up, and then they were pushing down. And you see, they are now chasing them as well. But this is not looking good for the Dark Elves. Well, you did quite a bit of damage. They've turned around to do, so she's now doing a runner. But yeah, the Dwarves are now completely captured it, and all they've got now is Dark Shards. That's it. Got some Bleak Swords rallying, but they're not going to do anything against this. Iron Breakers, that's insane. And over here, the Dwarves are... I mean, these Dwarf Warriors have been a bit surrounded, but they are defended by the Peak Gate Guard. So, they should be okay. And the rest of the Dwarves are now moving in. The Dark Shards trying to prioritise, shoot, and get the Iron Breakers, which is a very good move. Get the backs of them. Problem is, the Harpies are protecting them are gone. Now the Dragonback Slayers that are fast for a Dwarf. That's a thing. Fast for a Dwarf are going to charge in. They also have the Wrath of Rune dropped on them, which is slowing them down. Suddenly, this whole group of troops are just going to have to run off. They can't stand their ground. They're not like shades in that. We do have some executioners coming back, but a lot of reinforcements coming in. Bounce power is still quite equal. But how much can the Dark Elves rally and start hitting them from all angles? Because if they can do that and outmaneuver the Dwarfs, they might be able to win this. Might be able to win it. Remember, this is the first of the series of best out of 3 for these two. So it's all to play for. But whoever loses does have a chance to recover. Fair Manticore chasing it. Look at them. I mean, what's their speed? 33. The Dragon Max Slayers are actually faster than the Dark Shards of Shields. Oh, they're going to get a point blank shot into them. That'd be hilarious. Do it, do it, do it. Don't just stand there. Shoot them. It's not like you can miss them and they're just in trousers, you fools. Fire. Ah, there's some Dragon Max Slayers that made it in. So the rest aren't going to fire. That makes sense. That's it. Oh. But yeah, suddenly, it's just a matter of the Dark Elves can just throw units in the way and hope the Dark Shards can do something. But yeah, look, they're all just running up the hill now and they're just, we'll catch up. But now it looks like the Dark Elves are desperately trying to get onto their own hill and the Dwarves are pushing them back. Fantastic control here by the Dwarves. You know, they're not letting them be spread out too far. And they're now pushing them up the hill. We are going to fast forward a bit. Oh, the Wrath of Runes have been dropped on them, so slow them down, so they've caught up with them. Over here, Harpies have been completely destroyed. The Dark Shards have been destroyed over there. Moving up over there, we've got some Dark Shards drawn out. And this is what all they can do is just throw a unit in, hope it holds, so that others can get some shots in. But if they've got skirmish mode on, they're just going to keep on running and running and running. We do have the Sorceress going in against the Runesmith, trying to deal with that. Chased off by the Dragon Max Slayers. Boom, there they go. But there is an edge to this map, guys. There is an edge. These guys can't just keep running. Bounce power hugely in the Dwarves' favour now. And, yeah, and so is the count as well for them. And as you see, the Dark Shards are now pretty much just being picked off one by one in the woods. There's literally nothing else they can do. And there we go. That is a loss for the Dark Elves, unfortunately. Pongabon beaten by the Gobbo Slayer and his matey dwarfs. I mean, look, 100, 129, 130, 86. That just wasn't... The Bleak Swords did nothing, unfortunately. I mean, really, if you wanted them to hold the line, I believe Dread Spears are the better choice for holding against Bleak Swords. So if you wanted them to hold, he should have gone Dread Spears, and then the Executioners could have dealt with the tougher units, or you can go for the easier ones to get the easy kills. And then the Dark Shards and that could just slaughter them. But unfortunately, the Dwarves just broke through that front line, and suddenly the Dark Shards had nothing between them and some very, very angry Dwarfs. So we're going to now go over to the banner while I load up the next one. Round 2. Getting the hang of this now. And this is Pongabo is using the Tomb Kings of Cetra, and Gobbo Slayer's using this men with, I can't remember this now Croxgar, is it? I believe they're their famous commander. So we've got two brutal close combat guys battling it out with two quite elite armies, actually. This should be entertaining. Sorry, I was going to keep that up. Alright then, Dark Lord, you have a nice healthy dinner. Be wrapping up soon anyway. So we've got Cetra the Imperishable on horseback. He has got the Blessed Blade of Pitra, Invocation of Desecration, Invocation of Protection, Unyielding Will, etc., etc. Do have some of the Utility of Great Bows. We've got loads of Tomb Guard in this army. Loads of Tomb Guard. A good solid front line. With, standard Tomb Guard at the front, and then Tomb Guard at the back with halberds and some spearmen for anti-large as well. I swear they had regiments of renown. Do have some carrion here, doing some scouting. Nothing too sneaky, just looking at the map. I can't see any dots that are missing or outplaced, so it's quite up front. We do have, oh guys, the Star Chamber. God, I've not seen these before. So they've got magical attacks, anti-large, armor piercing, shield. They do have Guardian, so physical resistance for, Lords and Heroes within range. Oh, look at these guys. These are brutal. I think this is the first time I've actually seen them in action. Anyway, I'm being slightly distracted. So, what have we got then? We've got a Skink Priest of Heavens, who's kind of hard to tell. The only thing that gives him away size-wise is his feathers. But he has got Curse of Midnight Wind, Wind Blast, and Harmonic Convergence, which is an interesting choice. And hidden right, where are you? I know you're in there somewhere. Is that you? Crocscore Gar. On foot. You never see him on foot either. This is a really interesting army pick. I wonder if that's going to throw the Tomb Guard kind of a bit on the back foot. He has got the Hands of the Gods and the Skate Spawn in there. And with the Guard as well, that's going to do a lot of damage. And behind them is the Legion. Now, I believe the Legion actually have the Sealed buff, don't they? Yeah, missile resistance, 44% to missile resistance. So, knowing that so these Ushabti, nearly half of their attack, if they aim for the centre group, is going to do nothing. But that's assuming they remember to do it. So, we've got a lot of Saurus here. This is going to be a very interesting matchup here. We've got a lot of elite against a lot of elite. Close combat targets against close combat. They do have Narakarat Horsemen, so the Tomb Kings do have the mobility here. They've got the cavalry, they've got the Karen. It's not much mobility compared to the others, but they do have it. So that's something to consider. The main line just kind of sitting back. They're letting the Great Bows do the work. They should be getting, the missile resistance. Look at the difference in damage they do. Then they go Tomb Guard versus Source Warriors. Smacking in the Karen. Doing a great job trying to deal with the Skink cohorts. Probably the best thing they could have gone for. But now we've got the Saurus against them. Oh dear, what is going on? We've got Invocation of Desecration going down, but we do have the Wind Blast going through. Oh, what a beautiful hit there on the Tomb Guard. Oh, magic on magic use here has been absolutely fantastic. Over here, look, the Lizardmen have just absolutely slaughtered them. We do have the first level of regen being done though. Remember, if the Lizardmen, the Gobbo Slayer, wins this one, he is through to the best of 8. Well, if the Tomb Kings lose, unfortunately that means they are out of the tournament for good. Only making it to the best of 16. Pongonobo, that's the name. But the Tomb Kings have absolutely desecrated the Tomb Kings' flanking force. There goes the second line of regen. Cetra's getting involved as well with his horsemen trying to win on one flank here. Because the Lizardmen are definitely winning on the flank over here. I mean, you've got some sort of Temple Guard just casually walking along. So I don't... Look how many losses they're suffering, though. I mean, look at this of their magical attacks. Absolutely fantastic. The Tomb Guard. And they've got the Curse of Midnight Wind. So the melee attack has dropped. And their armor's dropped. They're being absolutely slaughtered. They're sending in more Tomb Guard. But of course, look, all that extended is losing so much buffs in that. We do have some Tomb Guard with Hellbirds holding off the Temple Guard, which is good. There goes the final regen. So your sub-team will be getting summoned soon. We do have the Skinks using all of the ammunition. Look, this flank's been completely destroyed now by the Lizardmen. So now they can come in and just wipe them out. Where are your sub-team going to go, though? Ah, there they are. Just where I thought. They're going for the Skinks. So the Skinks just move away. And the Legion Spearmen's coming in as well. Invocation of Desecration being dropped. But the Spearmen will do a great job against that. Even here, the Cavalry have been stopped and absolutely slaughtered. The Temple Guard are making their way through here. And the centre is definitely going in the Lizardmen's favour. And on the left flank is the Lizardmen. We've got another unit of Saurus Warriors just casually plodding along. The Saurus Warriors here should finish these Temple Guard, I would have thought. Over here, we do have Tomb Kings are actually falling apart now. Crocsguard's just having a great time slaughtering through. The Ushabti doing their best to try and hold them, but they are being attacked by the Skinks and the Saurus Warriors. But look, this main line's pretty much broken, and the Lizardmen jab for the Skinks and that, doing what they want. Cetra has got himself bogged down in all these Saurus Warriors, which is exactly what the Lizardmen want. Just bog him down with a unit that doesn't really matter, and just let him hold. And we'll just destroy the rest of your army. Don't mind us. Yeah, over there you can see they are winning. It looks like the Ushabti are beating the Skinks, which isn't surprising, scaring them away. But the Legion should be able to hopefully hold them. But now we've got Saurus Warriors, and they're going straight for the Ushabti. Ushabti getting some great point-blank shots, though. In they go. Over here, though, Invocation of Protection's been dropped. Desperately trying to hold this centre. They know if the Crocsguard and that can break through, they're in trouble. And look, yeah, the Ushabti's gone. They've been completely wiped out. And now, because they've rally been broken. The skink javelins have now rallied, so they can help beat the Tomb Guard. The Legion are now going in as well. Over here, the Scared Spearmen being smashed by the skinks. Satra trying to get out of there, but now we've got even more. I love the way that these men aren't too wide. They're leaving at the front the units they need to leave. If they can't send a unit out back, they're sending them out back. You know, these units can deal with these. Look, boom, gone. Now we've got 2 units of lizardmen here. And the skinks are just about to wipe them out. So again, free to move. So all this flank has just fallen to the lizardmen. Cetra quickly trying to get in there. And there's going to be a duel between Stretcher and Kroxgar. And Kroxgar is taking a lot of damage. But the skink priest has done a runner back. And the main fight, look, the Legion have now got into the flank here. These lizardmen need to be moved, guys. Get them in there. Move them in. There you go. That whole flank's just been decimated. So the front line, the only thing that's left is Liz that's had all the buffs and attacks. Kroxgar's leaving. Oh, Hands of the Gods straight in the face of Central the Imperishable. That was brilliant. Just, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Talk to the hand and just smashes him in the face. Now, look at all these columns of lizardmen. Now, personally, I think some of these lizardmen should come and help this combat here. But I say that Cetra's been absolutely smashed to bits. Even the Skink's got in there as well. And he's fallen. That's it. Gobbo Slayer has taken Cetra out. And now they've just got to finish it off. And I think that's it. Yeah, the lizardmen have taken the win. And that means Gobbo Slayer has beaten Pongabo and will be making it in to the final 8 of this tournament. Look at that. That unit is so cool. 117 kills. Can I just say that was probably one of my favourite parts of the whole best of 18. Oh, 16? Yes. Read the title, Shadow. Best of 16. Kroxgar's there beating Cetra. Oh, I'll take you on. Kroxgar just walks away, turns around, and then uses lightning in his face. Absolutely brilliant game there. So we go. We've got Gobbo Slayer is through into the final group of 8. We will now move on. This is going to be the final best out of 3 because unfortunately, as mentioned at the beginning, some of the replays were completely not usable with the new DLC. Also, you had some players have dropped out and such. So this will be the final best out of 3, and it's against Hazard versus Sotar. Let's see what they brought for the first match. Oh, it's Wood Elves and High Elves. So we've got Wood Elves, they've got a lot of Branch Wraiths, a load of Cavalry, and some Way Watchers. So no real fun. Well, I guess those guys are, the Druids are. Well, here, loads of Spearmen, loads of Archers, and Dragon Princes by the looks of it as well. So let's just have a look at the characters. We have a Glade Lord on his fancy steed there. And he's just got the Prey of Anuf. So that's the pin down, but they also can't move. We have a you can do the Shadow. Spell Singer of Life, who I would say is not on a mount, but she's flying, so surely that's better than any mount she could have. And she's got the classic, I expect that's Earth, Blood and Regrowth. Am I right? Earth, Blood, Regrowth. Oh no, Awakening of the Wood. And Earth, Blood and a Power Stone as well. But look, immediately the cavalry getting in there. We've got Glade Riders, and some Sisters of the Fawn going in there. And I bet there's some on the side here as well. Come on, Mouse, pick it up. Yep, Wild Riders and that on this side as well. High Elves, a much more standard army here. Standard formation. Dwarf Teclis on horseback. He's got all of the spells. He's got Flock of Doom, the Net, Greater Arcane Conduct, the Shield of Sassafras, and Wild Heart. There's 3 units of Dragon Princes. I was like, you might have ranged cavalry, but our cavalry would just literally just run through your guys. It sucks that he didn't bring the Fireborn, because all of this surely will have weakness to fire. So and they're weak against that. But there's a lot of archers here. But the Wood Elves are getting the first shot off. We'll go to normal speed. So they're going to get those first hits off. It's got to be how quick do the High Elves react to it, pretty much. And there they go. Brilliant. Using the archers to scale off the cavalry a bit. I mean, the Dragon Princes want to be careful. I don't think they've noticed all of this, because nothing has moved to counter it. But in they go. And remember, they've only got the Way Watchers. And then they've got these Dryads, which I think the High Elves will be able to beat. I mean, the High Elves outnumber the Wood Elves by 350 guys. That's quite a lot, especially when a lot of them seem to be archers. Do I have Herb Blood being dropped over there? The Dragon Princes, I think... Oh, the Dragon Princes have been netted. So now the Way Watchers are definitely going to want to focus on that, because they do have minus 22 missile resistance. As you can see, look, their health is just absolutely plummeting. But the Dryads are now making it to combat, but the Cavalry are now making their presence known. Dragon Princes moving in to counter. The Dryads are moving in against the Spearmen. But there is a lot of... They have finally got out, but they've lost half their strength now. They need to get moving again, though. Oh, brilliant. Look, they braced just before the Wild Riders got in there, so they would have got their anti-large bonus. The Dragon Prince are smashing the front line. This is what you want to do. Beat the Dryads and then get into the Way Watchers. Wipe them out. Be done with them. Over here, we do have... Look, they're actually ignoring these because it's all ranged cavalry. They've got some archers shooting at them, which is good. Pick them off. Do some damage. But apart from that... Ooh! Ooh, that would have been Awakening of the Woods being dropped there. Nice hit on the... Lothern Sea Guard, but as you can see, the elves generally are actually beating back the front line and are actually moving up the hill. No, Spearman, don't turn around, charge in there, get in there. The cavalry definitely need to get in there. Problem is, the cavalry would never catch these, so you want the cavalry to focus on the units they can catch, like Way Watchers, and just wipe them out. But they are putting them back because the Wild Riders are trying to get in there. They're coming for the archers. Look at this, they're going straight for that, but they've been pinned by the Spearmen. The Spearmen have stopped the charge, and now the archers to turn around and go in, but will the other group get in? I don't know, because the Dragon Princes are now getting themselves into a position. Good front line here by the High Elves. They're definitely dominating the field here. Oh, they've done a runner. Oh, they've actually beaten them all. Oh no, they've charged in, that's why. But one group's been broken, and the rest have charged in, but they're light cavalry charging in against heavy cavalry. We do have another... Yeah, curse has been dropped as well on them. But look, all the Dragon Princes, brilliant. Jump on the unit you want gone. And that's exactly what they've done. They've let the archers be attacked, but that's one unit of archers. They could get rid of cavalry. Mixer is in the chat waving at me. Welcome, Mixer. Unfortunately, we've already done your games, but well played. Couple of great wins there. Flock of Doom's been dropped on these cavalry units, absolutely smashing them. What's happening on the hill? We've got the Way Watchers. But the elves just absolutely, as you can see, are dominating it. They outnumber them now 2-1. And they've got more range stuff. So they can, the archers and that can just shoot them. And of course, Teclis can do loads of magic damage. The Glade Lord is getting in there, but he's charging in against the Spearmen for some reason. I lost the High Elves vision. Yeah, so how come it came up saying... Because, was it a win each, Mixer? What happened? Oh, they've been netted. But then they've been netted. So they're just going to stand at each other, stare at each other, just stand there. Oh, that's brilliant. But is one of them extended? No. Wicked D has joined the chat. Welcome. Good to see you again. Most of these guys have been broken now. The High Elf are now pushing up there. And, oh, the Spell Singer's been broken. And there we go. That has been done. Misk's chart is in the chat as well with the awkward netting. You're telling me. That was just hilarious. So, Mixer, what actually happened? Did you both win a game each? Because I only got 2 replays from you. And you won both of them. But if you're saying that Hage won the first one, then that's 1 each. I'm very confused. Fantastic game here. Definitely was behind the High Elves the whole way. I only got 2, Mixer. I only ever... You guys only sent me 2. And when I checked the replays, you won both of them. So, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But can you, when the video's uploaded, this replay, can you put in... Actually, no, I'll put in the thing. So, actually, no, I won't put anything because it'll give spoilers. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that it played up like that. But yeah, so, I mean, the High Wood Elves, in my opinion, was doomed from the start in regards to builds. Because they didn't really have a front line. They had some Dryads. Not really much. They had Way Watchers, which were hugely outnumbered by their mouths archers. 4 archers and 4 of the Sea Guard. And then you've got Orna's cavalry, but it's ranged cavalry. And 1, they're going to run out of ammunition soon. And 2, they were getting outshot by all the infantry. And when they did come into combat, it's all spearmen. And the Dragon Princes are heavy cavalry. So, yeah. Make sure you're saying this in the I'm pretty sure I couldn't find it. I could be wrong. Actually, no. There is a third replay. But because you won the first two, I didn't see the point in doing the third. That's it. I'm just looking at my notes here, guys. So, yeah, Mixer won his. But as far as I saw from the replays, you won all three. So I didn't need to show the third one. If that makes sense. But yeah, that is a win to Sotar against Hazard. So yeah, you did send in three, but where you'd won all three, I didn't see the point of doing the third one. But if you're saying you lost the first one, I don't know what happened to the replay because it just broke. Anyway, here... Oh, it probably helped if I put it on the screen again. So, Hazard is going for the Ultimate Chaos of Marauders, Marauder Horsemen. He's got the Everwatcher, a couple of Hell Cannons, which earlier in this game we saw that was absolutely amazing. And then we got Wood Elves again with Sotar. So, Sotar's trying the Wood Elves this time. Have to see how they do. So, we got the Everwatcher, who luckily has not got 20,000 spells and abilities. He's got the Greater Arcane Conduct. Oh, he's only got Standard Arcane Conduct. How is the guy who follows the God of Chaos and God of Magic not got Greater Arcane Conduct? He has Final Transformation, Plague of Rust, he's Searing Doom, and he's Unbreakable. We do have the cannons, one of them over here. I'm liking this setup, the way it's quite spaced out. We do also have the Soul of Damnation over there. But yeah, we've got some like Mortar Horse Masters and that. And they're using the canyons as well to the best of their ability. Once again, we've got a couple of Way Watchers at the front. This seems a very common strategy for Wood Elves, having 3 Way Watchers at the front. They're fast enough to get out of the way, good enough to cause some damage. Sorry, yeah, Mixer, you were right. I did have 3 replays. But when I viewed them, you won the first 2. So we've got a Spell Singer of Life, who's not got any like Power Stones now. He's got Shield of Thorns, and Earthblood and Life Bloom. And where's the Lord? There he is. Yeah, I've spotted you now, mate. There's no point turning around. And the Glade Lord's pretty much only just got the, Prayer of Anareth, which is the making them stop. Oh, immediate damage being done by the Hell Cannons. Let's get to full speed. So remember, guys, one of these players, I actually can't remember which one now, how terrible was that. One's got to win this one. Well, they're out the tournament for good, and if the other one wins, then they're through. They're through to the best of 8. Oh, look at that! Oh, that was beautiful. And then they're charging into Chaos Warriors. Wild Riders getting in, but in comes the Everwatcher. These cannons, though, doing some beautiful shots. Seriously, I don't know if they up the accuracy, but Hell Cannons definitely seem to be a good pick now. Mortar Horsemen, they're checking for any flanking forces, and they're going to get in there as well. Over here, I don't think... Actually, what's hidden at the back here? Guys, look, there's Warhounds and that. They were waiting for flanking forces in that corner, and there wasn't any. But now they seem to have been forgotten. Hell Cannons getting some good shots off. Look at the damage they've done. But they have pretty much destroyed these Chaos Warriors and started making them break. I'm going to start coughing because I've been talking too much. There we go. Much better, but look at this. Talk about close range support, flipping heck. But this flank has kind of broken. The Mortar Horsemen need to get in there and start giving them support, but it looks like they are. Look at this! Did you see that curvature? I have no idea what's going on here. We've got the Everwatchers. Oh, he's been netted! And of course, he does have a huge resistance, but then he loses it when he's netted, pretty much. Oh, you've angered him now. I don't know why these guys aren't pushing up. He's at half health now. Oh, Final Transformation has been dropped on them. We do have the War Dancers are now moving in. So the main frontline engagement is going. The Cavalry are moving in, but we do have Eternal Guard coming in with their spears, and they will just rip them to shreds if they're not careful. We still have a unit of Wolves just out of the back. Not sure what they're doing. But all the Cavalry has now moved up and given support. I mean, to be fair, as long as they can hold the front line, the Hell Cannons could do a lot of damage. I mean, look at the curvature they're doing. That's insane. I mean, what's the numbers? I didn't look. So, yeah, Chaos had the slight number advantage. But so, I mean, the Overwatch is like only like third health now, so he's got to kind of sit back and just be support for the moment. But that's what the Chaos want to do. They want to... Oh, guys, look at that hit! Yeah, you guys were not a good place. Not a good place at all. So even the War Dance, everything... So, yeah, the Wood Elves are trying to fall back into a better position, which makes sense. But being crowded makes it easier for the Hell Cannons to fire. And now Chaos is starting to get the surround off. Oh, looks like Sheer and Doom's going to be dropped on them. Oh, that's a beautiful gathering. And I love the way they're using the... Oh, these are Chaos Knights in the thick of it. Brilliant. The Warhounds get in there. We've got... Oh, the cannon. And the Everwatch just screw it. We're getting in there. I want that Spell Singer. I don't like magic. Well, against me. And now all the infantry's getting in there. There's some units in here. Look, why aren't these in here? You've got... Horsemen. Get them up. There they go. They're now moving up with their ranged attacks. They'd be brilliant support. Unless this guy gets netted, shooting him's got to do very, very little. But look at this. Oh, a couple of wolves get shot down by their own guy there. But I think they'll let that go. We've got some horsemen over here going. Mortar horsemen. Ready? The Way Watchers are trying to give us support they can. But they are just taking on Chaos Mortars. No one cares. And then comes the cavalry. This is what you want using here. But they're all bunched up as well. So it's making it... Oh, where's this going? Where's it going? Oh, back of the Chaos Knights. The Spell Singer's been cut off. They've been broken off there. We've got Wild Eyes trying to come in, but they have got Plague of Rust dropped on them, so their armor's dropped. And the Everwatch is just smashing through them. Glathor trying to hold back the... This is good tactics on the Wood Elves in regards to we can't hold this full back a bit. Full back a bit. But unfortunately, every time they fall back, it means the Hell Cannons... I mean, they're still in range. The Hell Cannons can show up to here, which is insane. That is madness. And while they're falling back, they're being shot at. Like that. There's nothing better than watching Chaos slaughter Wood Elves in the morning. But yeah, they're watching that. It's just dealing with this little pocket of the Chaos Knights. Absolutely wiping them out. Fantastic. It looks like their Spell Singer's gone. Yep, she's going down. She's only got 800 health left. And it looks like the Wood Elves have finally decided to make a stand here. But now, if I was Chaos, yeah, just fire everything into it. Because the units you would lose are the only Chaos Mortars. And it looks like Chaos have got this one. They are pushing the Wood Elves back. The cavalry for the Wood Elves is trying to charge in and deal with the Chaos Knights. But the Chaos Knights have the strength and toughness just to stand. They just have to stand there until reinforcements arrive. There are some guys left. But, numbers. Yeah, 2-1 in Chaos' favour. And that includes a Giant Demon. So, oh, there goes the net. Oh, I think that was a misclick. Oh, no. That would probably have been him, but he must have missed it and hit one of the wolves, and the wolves have been netted. Oh, the Glathor's probably just shaking his head like, what happened? He's going after the Everwatcher himself, but look, fire range from above, slowly taking them all out. And yeah, Chaos is just dominating this. This is a fantastic play. The Wood Elves had a really good army now, but these Hell Cannons, I think that was part of the win, is the Hell Cannons have done such an amazing job. And of course you've got these big, basic infantry. So they outnumber them. In they comes, charging in, get the Glathor, pin him down because the Overwatcher, he's only got 1,300 health left. But they've got enough infantry just to throw them in. Literally just throw them in. It doesn't matter anymore. If you see any pockets of resistance, you nuke it with the Hell Cannons. Absolutely fantastic there. But he needs to get out of there. He's taking damage still. And if that Glathor can net him, then he probably will fall. And that could swing the whole battle around. There you go. He's trying to get out of there. He's only got 800 health. But the Glathor's gone, so he's not going to be able to do that. And there we go. A win for Chaos. And I believe that means that's a win a player. Yes, it is. Sotar won the first game. And just reading my notes. Yeah, and Hazard has won the second one. So, guys, the final best out of 3 in this game for the best out of 16 is going to come down to a final game, which is going to be absolutely insane. But 123 kills and 95, that's madness. And they did a fantastic job. Look, all just like infantry. That's all they needed. Because the cannons were decimating them. And of course the Everwatcher with his magic as well. Absolutely fantastic use there. So we will now move on to the final round of today. Which is going to be interesting looking at the map. It is Hazard is going for the Beastman. And Sotar is going to try his own Chaos out, but no Hail Cannons, which is unfortunate. But he's got Kodek, he's got some Dragon Ogres, but we do have Monitors and Centaurs, but they've all gone cheap infantry as well. We also have all of the amazing cats on the screen, Miska and Wicked. We do love our cats here. I am a big cat lover. So we have the Warhounds in there. We've got the Destroyers of Drakewood. So Mogoth, the son of Gave, who has got Staff of Ruinous Corruption, the Foe Seeker, Spirit Essence of Chaos, and Regeneration. We also have a Brave Shaman of Shadows, so Beastman should win this. We've got Shadows in it. He has got the Mighty Jagged Dagger, the Pendulum, Enfeebling and Foe, and Mystifying Merisma, as well as Smoke and Mirrors, which is very good because it means they will move faster. Yeah, Beastmen that can go faster, because that's what we needed. On the flank, we do have the Centaurs of Throwing Axes, some Chaos Warhounds. You know, they're Housemen. They do have some Order Horsemen, though, so they can deal with that in their own Warhounds. We do have Kodek Sun Eater, who has just got, it looks like standard, I bet that's Stand Your Ground or Stand and Die and Foe Seeker. Am I right? Foe Seeker, Stand or Die. Hey, I've got to learn these, you see. Otherwise, Crave simply would never have me as a professional commentator. Okay, we know that's never going to happen, but that's not the point. Oh, guys, we've got Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows. So the final game for best of 16, we've got Shadows everywhere, and he's just got Enfeebling Foe and Mystifying Merisma. Well, this is guaranteed to be a good game, whatever happens. Especially if you can drop the base with a bit of Pendulum. Am I right, guys? Am I right? I'll stop. So immediately, though, the Beastmen are putting the Chaos on the back foot here, using the Warhounds as a screen while the Centaurs get themselves into a position here. But they're kind of pinning them in, and then the Beastmen can go and take the fight where they want the fight to go. So, guys, who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be some Beastmen who have left their Monitors behind for some reason? Or do you think it's going to be the Mighty Chaos with Kodek? Answers in the chat, please. This is the final one. This will decide the final person to get through. Is it going to be, I've got the players already now, Hazard, or is it going to be Sotar? Chaos have gone very heavy on the cavalry on this flank. They are chasing, I mean, this is just one unit and some wolves. And they're chasing, look, everything's going for them. And they've kind of neglected the fact that there's now cavalry coming on this side. And there's nothing to counter it. Though we do already have some Chaos spawn on the field. That's always good. Always good. Look, the Monitors are coming in now, which is always nice. But yeah, the cavalry, they have backed off now. So even if these guys were there just to distract them, I think they've done a good job. Kodek is charging in ahead. He just wants to do as much damage as possible. Smack him in the face. You know, it's the best way. We do have cavalry now. Get into a good flank. But we do have the Man Rippers here, which are the anti-large guys. And they've got the Misfire Merisma has been dropped on them. The wolves have been scared off, but we do have Ungol Spearman herds coming in. Monitors are great weapons. Should do a great job here. We do have some guys kind of just stood here. Not doing much. Warhounds, facing Warhounds. Home Slices in there thinks the Beastmen have got this. More Chaos Spawn have been summoned. Kodek getting into a better position. The Man Rippers now smashing into the first line of the Chaos Marauders. Beastmen now. Oh, hang on, hang on. Have we got a Pendulum coming down? Do it. So they're all at full health. Let's see how that changes in about 30 seconds. Come on, Pendulum. We believe in you. And, oh, they're going to go straight through the line. That is, and just as the charge is coming in behind. So that was timed to perfection. I do think it's slightly off, though. Yeah, it is, but they have pretty much just decimated that flank. Beautiful, beautiful Beastmen using the Lord Shadows to its optimals there. We need to get the Chaos Spawn in there, though. But the front lines have now gone in. Oh, for crying out loud. But over here, as you can see, the Dragon Ogres are being beaten as well, getting in there. Kodek is coming in to try and win this engagement, but there's not really anything here. The main engagement is here, and the Beastmen are loving it. They are smashing through these Marauders. And we've got even more Ungol Spearmen coming in, so even the Chaos Spawn are going to have problems. These Chaos Spawn need to get in there as well, which it looks like they are. The Monitors are great weapons are getting in there. The Butchers are taking their time, but the thing is, there's nothing wrong with having reserves. If you're going to use the unit, there's nothing wrong with holding. The cavalry are broken, but again, if their only job was to hold all of this, I mean, this has got Kodek, Dragon Ogres, most of their cavalry, all in this one blob. Well, the rest of their army's been absolutely decimated. I mean, the only reason Chaos Spawn haven't gone is because they're unbreakable. And now the Man Rippers are free. And remember, they have the anti-large. Charge defense against large foes, like Kodek and, oh yeah, all of the cavalry. It looks like we've got a bit of hound-on-hound action going on here. Whose hounds is which hounds, we don't know. If you just went like this, you would have no idea what's going on. But the cavalry, Chaos is trying to get behind. But again, they're taking on Chaos Spawn, which was actually really a free unit. And they're actually falling for it. They're focusing on them, but they're a summoned unit. They don't care. We do have some more hounds over there. Not sure what's going on here. But you can see the Beastmen have absolutely smashed this front line in. Balance power slightly in their favour, but they do outnumber them 2-1. And remember, guys, whoever wins here is through to the next stage of the tournament, the best out of 8. And then those 8 have to battle each other in best out of 3s. And the top 4 will then go to the semi-finals. So, and that's going to be every week. It's going to be rather intense. But yeah, this Chaos Spawn have done, it's one of them. And he's holding a whole unit of 12 Dragon Ogres on his own. You, sir, are a legend. But yeah, look, they've all just... There's no front line for Chaos anymore. It's all just cavalry. And a lot of the infantry has got spears. So they're anti-large. This is not looking good for Chaos. Mogov's moving in. Not sure where they're going. But we do have them, but they've got the Monitors at full strength. They've not really been used. And they do have some cavalry. You got the Brave Shaman as well, and that in there. And I feel there's at least more the horsemen and that. Yeah, it's all well and good now. But, when they run out of ammunition, what are they going to do then? There you go, Kodek's gone in there. He's committed against the Butchers, but look what's coming up behind him. We have got the Koroks Man Rippers, the best Court Herd Regiment renowned. They are just going to smash through, and here comes the Great Weapons as well. And over here, oh, Mystifying Charisma has been dropped on them. Fantastic use there of the Law of Shadows, if I do say so myself. Anyone that uses the Law of Shadows knows what they're doing. And they're both doing it, so it's always good. But yeah, look, these Dragon Ogres have been after it. And look, all spearmen. All spearmen. Just coming in, and they're going to just bog them down. They're not going to be able to get out. The Dragon Ogres have been absolutely wiped out. Kodek's taken quite a bit of damage. But he's now coming for Mogov the Shadowgate. But if he can take him out, and he can cause terror, he could turn this around. The Chaos could still beat this. Because they do have cavalry. If they can shoot as many Ungol Raiders as they can, before the main engagement, the ammunition runs out, and then do cycle charging, they could do a lot of damage. Looks like we've got some Chaos Warhounds are coming back now. What's over there? Some Chaos Warhounds. It's got Chaos Warhounds being forgotten on both sides. Just had Mystifying Charisma dropped on the Destroyers of Drakewood. But look at this. Balance power hugely in the Beastman's favour now. Outnumbering the enemy over 2-1 at this point. Kodek is... Well, he was chasing Shadowgate, but now Shadowgate is chasing him. And over here... Oh no, the Warhounds were perfectly positioned to deal with this cavalry. And now they've got Stark. We've got the Brave Shaman going in there. If only he had some magic, that he is desperately with the Jagged Dagger trying to get that magic. In comes the Monitors as well to deal with the Chaos Marauders in the back. And over here, we do have some spearmen, but they're literally just letting the horsemen just shoot them because they don't care. And over here, we got units being chased down, trying to get rid of them. We've got some more horsemen coming in. But it is not looking great, guys. This is not looking good. I think Kodek is the only one that's holding this together for the Forces of Chaos. And some Warhounds. They're having a good time. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Shadowgate is even going after him with Foe Seeker is hilarious. But over here, it looks like the Forces of Chaos have actually broken the Monitors of Great Weapons. That is a big win there to try and take them out. I mean, if they could get rid of the Destroyers of Drakewood as well, it would be a nice win. Over here, the Ungol Spearmen are actually, as I said, this is the problem. Now they've run out of ammunition, they've got to charge Spearmen. So, it's not looking great. They've got 178 units for Chaos. Their ammunition's running out. Kodek's taking a lot of damage. We do have Mystifying Charisma being dropped on the Ungol Spearmen. But now we've got Butchers. The Butchers coming in here with their great weapons. Warhounds coming in to try and save Kodek. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Look, they're trying to keep their distance. But guys, there's a lot of beastmen wavering and starting to break now. So if Kodak can survive, if he can screen himself right and hit the right targets at the right time, he will be able to actually beat the beastmen. I mean, over here, you've got the cavalry are trying to do with the man ripper. What are the man rippers doing all the way over here against light cavalry? But there you go, they're going up against, and this is what Chaos is doing the right thing now. They're picking on one target, aiming everything at it, destroy it, move on to the next one. Because they can't take them all on. It just can't be done. Mr. Uzma has just been dropped on the man rippers, which is brilliant. And immediately the destroyers of Drakewood have been terrified away and shattered. And the man rippers are now, look at this guys, being positioned where they're being hit from the front by Kodak, the back by the Mordor horsemen, and immediately broken. Could the Chaos forces actually bring this back, guys? After the beastmen dominating the centre, now it's coming to the finer plays and micro and game. Could it be that the forces of Chaos are actually going to outmaneuver and out-micro the beastmen? This is coming up to nearly 10 minutes this game now. But I do get the feeling that like, the beastmen are just chasing targets for the... Oh, we do have some Ungol Spearmen coming in, so they can chase them off. But they need to get... It looks like we do have the Chaos Sorcerer coming in. If I was him, I would go for those Ungol Spearmen. They're pretty much... Yep, there he goes there at the point of breaking. So a charge will probably shatter them. Boom, done. That should hopefully break them. Mr. Armusma has been dropped on the Mordor Horsemasters. Very good call there. Kodak's only got half health though. But I mean, half health is just under 3,000 health. So, take it as you will, really. How many of them are left? 20. There's 20 of these guys left. But they've broken as well now. The numbers are 199 beastmen to 125 chaos. But one of those chaos is Kodak. This is a fantastic way to finish this best of 16 live stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. Some really great plays and some really weird ones as well. But I think that's due to the DLC messing up with the replay. But the Butchers are getting in there, and this is when they're going to excel now. It's the Brave Shaman, the Butchers and that. Oh, I say that. They're all going for the Brave Shaman. Take him out. An army loss is my stock. He's only got 699 health left. But we do have the Butchers, Man Rippers coming in as well. But we do have the Butchers coming. This is insane. What is going on? The Brave Shaman's broken now. In comes some more cavalry, but we do have the... But the Butchers are now wavering as well. Oh no, the Ram... I think Magov's it. He's the only one that's here that's actually, like, fighting right now. This guy's rallying. But he is at full strength at over 4,000 health, where Sun Eater's only got less than 2,000. And he's got regen. I don't think Kolek does. What is going on here? What have we got over here? We do have some Ungol Spearmen. They are moving in. They need to get in there. But it looks like the cavalry doing the right thing, in my opinion. Are trying to chase them down. But the Butchers have come back. And they're charging into... What is... This is madness. Now we got a duel. Remember, guys, this is going to decide who goes through to the best out of 8 in the tournament. Both of these players have got to win each, and now... Oh, that was painful. Bet he gets back up, though. Nope, no, he's not getting back up. So, he's trying to get rid of the Butchers as much as possible. And Bounce of Power is actually equalising back up. How are we looking for numbers? 27 Chaos against 84 Beastmen. But it looks like a lot of Chaos is going. Yeah, it looks like they've abandoned Kodak. And, of course, because they're cavalry... They're going to run off fast. So suddenly Kodak, with only 17 health, 1,700 health, is going to try and take on. And the man... Oh, dear. This is not what he wanted to see. Because these guys will just destroy him. Armor Pearson, anti-light. We got some Spearmen. Oh, bless. One of the weakest units of the Beastmen are coming in to save the day. Kodak is trying to get in. We do have the Shaman over there, though. The Sorcerer, sorry. Trump is so low in health right now. Bounce Power is pretty much equal at this point. Yeah, and they've pretty much ran up. They've shattered. What's left? Oh, here comes the cavalry getting that rear charge. Morgoth has got to get in there. I mean, what else can he do, though? I mean, apparently there's a unit there. Yeah, the Man Rippers, but they're gone. This is insane. So Kodak is got 809 health. Sonogave has got 2,000, but remember, if he can get his mana up, He does have magic, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. I take that back. But he does have regen. But now everything's getting in there. And could it be Chaos who's going to turn it around? Because it looks like Sudagave is kind of giving up on the fight now. Kodak's only got 700 health. But his leadership is dropping. And there's nothing left on the field. 1700 health left for the Sudagave. And that is... But look, he's regenning. He's regenning his health. Well, Kodak's waver. He started waver. Oh, good grief, who's going to win this? This is insane. The Horse Masters, is that the Horse Masters? Yeah, the Horse Masters are having enough. No, he's broken. Cows have done it. Yes, that was amazing. That is how you finish a series of best out of 16. That is how you show the best that these players have got. Literally, Kolek was on death's door. The Horse Masters were leaving. I think it was the Chaos Sorcerers of Shadows that held it together there. Absolutely, but Sudagave nearly took him out. That is so Sota is through to the best out of 8, and Hazard, unfortunately, is out. But he did an amazing job. Seriously, guys, that was both players. You could tell they played to their best and they gave it their all. That could have gone either way, and both of them deserve to go through. That is insane. My mind's blown. What a way to finish this best out of 16 live stream. Absolutely madness. But guys, that's it. We've got to wrap it up there. So thank you so much for everyone that did join during the live stream. And of course, if you're watching it later, your comments, your thoughts. I apologise for some of the replays being a bit iffy. Like, as Mixer said, in his battle, Chaos did win. They didn't throw in the towel. They did win that match, and they played a third game. But because the replays broke him, because of the DLC, it came up that Chaos threw in the towel, even though they were winning. So that explains that. And Mixer, I really appreciate you letting me know about that. I was confused why you sent me 3 replays when you'd won all 3 of them. But no, that makes sense now. But still, the result was the same. Mixer made it through. He won the 3rd game. And yeah, there we go, guys. We've got our best out of 8. So next week, hopefully be our better time in the evening for me. We will be doing all our games of best out of 8. Assuming all the players can get it done in time. We can only hope. And of course, then after that, semi-finals. And then after that, it's just going to be the finals. That's it. It's going to be brilliant. So guys, thank you very much. Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's nice to see some steady, constant growth on the channel as more people are finding it and enjoying all the content. And of course, hit that like button if you enjoyed the tournament and this best out of 16. And I hope to see you all for next week for the next one. Till then, guys, take care.